Let's settle down for a second so I can talk to y'all for a second. I got a problem.
Definitely got to add this to the as one of my intros. I'm talking about in real life. If I ever start performing again, definitely got to add this as one of the intros. Let's play this.
The day before I got on the plane to come out here, me and my girl broke up.
Shout out to He Knock in the chat. He says Puniti salute Chris.
We broke up.
Probably with a guitar player killing it right now.
Really, really silly. Something we shouldn't have broken up over. But it is. It is what it is. We broke up, and here I am.
Enoch said, "What are you watching? One of the greatest impromptu songs of all time." I ain't even gonna hold you.
Is there anybody out there single?
Tenacity said, "Salute."
Man, and they looking for somebody else right now. You gotta be single. You gotta be single. Single ladies, put your hands in the air right now so I can see you.
Shout out to Tenacity 38.
It's so many. I'm confused. Single ladies, single ladies. Now, I would like to get to know you and talk to you.
That's what Klay Thompson is doing at the moment. Even though right now they're saying that he was with a WNBA player or something. I don't know. Rumors, allegedly.
I know I am. So you got to be willing to split the difference. Come to America and see me. I come out here to see you in Ethiopia. But it's so hard to get back and forth, so hard to get back and forth. Problem. How am I going to get you from Ethiopia to America? Let me think. Let me think.
Shout out Rolando G. Mike and the brothers salute.
Think. I got it. Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Girl, would you like to come back with Rob to America? America, America. Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Girl, would you like to come back with Rob to America? America.
Shout out to y'all in the chat.
America, beautiful. Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Who wants to come back with us to America? To America.
All right, enough. Enoch said, I knew he felt familiar. Rolando G says, I'm glad Klay did this. Megan ain't worth it like that. That is very interesting because at first, when I saw Klay with Megan, I'm like, this guy cannot be that stupid, you know? But eventually you snap out of it. Um, probably from the start, he was just like, "Look, I'm just gonna smash." Right. Nowadays, even if you're dating, like, say, if you're smashing a porn star, you have to display the porn star because if you're just smashing it, like you can't, like, if you're a celebrity, you can't just have a side chick anymore. You every bitch that you're screwing, you have to present them, because if you don't, they're gonna say that you did something to them. Right. So it's a lot of these guys being taken hostage, and he probably just wanted to smash the whole time and just see how far it goes. And he was like, "All right, that's it." You know. Oh man. He says Rolando G says if it's true, a lot of dudes Megan was faking like she is a conventional type of traditional so-called sister. I don't know about. No, 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 no. Look, Gen Z women, they don't know. They haven't, younger millennial women and Gen Z women, they don't know what traditional is. So you'll see them try, but it's like in the past, you would see, how do I say this? In the past, older millennial women and beyond, Gen X women, etc., they were able to pivot. So even if they were a 304 for a little bit, they were able to pivot because there were still some skills. There were still some skills that they were able to how do I say this? They were able to be like they're like they could cook, they could take care of a house. There was still a good portion of them that could do this that can do the basics, right? So even if they didn't have a man, they were still able to take care of themselves with the skills that they had, and then they were able to transfer those skills. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Transfer. They were able to transfer those skills, and then they were able to get a man. Gen Z women, Gen Z women and younger millennial women have been brought up to be like, I don't give a fuck. They even though they need to know how to cook for themselves, they look at learning how to cook is slavery to them. So they're willing to spend umpteenth money and dollars on takeout and DoorDash, etc., just because learning how to cook is tied to taking care of somebody else or taking care of a man. So you have a lot of these broads where they'll meet a dude and then they will try to act traditional, right? Because they finally meet the so-called dude of their dreams, but they have no training. They haven't been trained. They haven't been brought up. They have like what was it? Non-transferable skills. They have a whole bunch of non-transferable skills. So when they do find the guy, they can do nothing with the guy. I see it happen. I used to see this happen in high school. Like I remember this one chick. She used to be a very like staunch. Oh, I'm a woman, and hear me roar and blah blah blah. She ended up fucking up, and then one of the jocks, probably the top dudes, 6'7", one of the dudes, they ended up liking each other, and all of that feminist shit went through the side. All of a sudden, she was talking about, oh, I'm cooking for him, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and then when they eventually broke up because he had other women doing the same thing for him, she was like, I can't believe he broke up with me. I was cooking for him and I was doing this. And then I do my recon. And the reality was, yeah, she was cooking for him. Yeah, she was cleaning, but she wasn't that good at it. Like she was like, she because she found the guy that she thought was of her dreams at the time, and she found a guy that was like way above her level, so she started doing things that she doesn't really know how to do. So she started getting exposed, right? So it's that's all that is. And those same women, like you see how like Meg the Stallion was now showing the plates that she was cooking for Klay Thompson and all this nonsense. And those plates looked suspect at best. No disrespect to Meg the Stallion, but let's keep it a buck. Those plates was looking hella suspect. Uh, you know, when we talk about non-transferable skills, right? Gen, hell, Gen Z women and young millennial women, they've been brought up. They don't even like men. They've been brought up to just like completely despise men. So when it's time for them to finally transition, it's so disingenuous. It's like it doesn't work. You know, cooking that cooking that soul food. Nah, no worries, man, no worries. But you see where I'm coming though, where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? Garrett Grant, shout out to you. Yep, Knox says the moment Chad appeared, all that strong and independent spirit left. That's usually how it works. You know, this is why when people talk about training, these hoes aren't being trained. You'll have women be even offended by the word training. Like, no, you need to be trained to be a wife, right? You need training. But they take the word training and they're just like, oh, this is offensive, right? No, you these hoes, you need training. You need, what's it, transferable skills. Oh man, this is crazy, man. Somebody gonna steal that, but I don't care. Let me show you something real quick, just to show you what a lot of Gen Z women are gonna go through. I'm gonna give you just a taste, pause, of what Gen Z women are gonna be doing, especially now that you got Gen Z women turning 30, right? Meg the Stallion, I think she's 29, 28 years old, right? Or she is turning 30. Let me see if I can find this video in my files list. This is a classic video that I found last year, and I thought it was one of my favorite videos that I saw. Let me see. Exactly, right here. I'm about to show you something real quick.
I got my bullshit about.
So remember this video I showed you? So this is what Gen Z women unfortunately are going to go through while they transition to trying to be trad. Right?
So I'm back on my bullshit about men. I can't stop thinking about them lately. There's nothing more dangerous to a woman than a man, statistically. But no hate. I'm not even joking. No hate. This is about the journey that I've been on to transmute that into unconditional love. I started to try and see it differently. I'm genuinely curious about them. When you think of like a little boy, before they're tainted by the world, they just really, really want to make everyone in their life happy. I'm feeling a lot of compassion for men. One of the things that's going to help women ultimately is men being in a balanced, aligned state. If I focus a little bit on helping men, I'm also indirectly helping women. And a friend said to me a while ago, she was like, you help women all the time. Like, what about men? And I nearly spewed in her face. Even if I don't help anyone, I'm helping myself heal because I'm getting curious about men and I'm trying to understand them and who they are and why they are the way they are. And I'm looking for the beautiful things inside them to focus on.
She can't even, back in the day, like the girls in the 90s, they were able to transition. Even the girls in the 2000s. You talking like the girls of today, they can't even transition without being disrespectful towards men. She can't like, it's gonna be impossible for her. She's gonna the only way this woman that I'm showing you, the only way she's gonna find a man is if she completely sells herself out or she finds a borderline rainbow dude. That is the only way this particular woman is going to find a man to marry her, right? Rolando G says, well, I guess the Simps were fools believing in Meg, the pro whack dudes. Yes, you're right. And he also says, I saw a lot of Simps that were saying Klay picked the right one. I was like, really? There's a lot of you still got the a bunch of Simps out there. I'll say broke Simps. That's the only way they feel like they can garner cookies or garner cookie points from black women by praising Meg the Stallion. It's very interesting how that works. But shout out to Pyro, he's in the chat. He said, what's good, Chris Mike 445. He said that's out of line. My bad. But it's this is what we're dealing with. This is what we're dealing with. Now, let me see if I missed anything before I move on. But yeah, shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in so far. Now, let me transition to something that's been trending. Another thing that's been trending. I wanted to show you this thing, this little ting here. There's another situation that has been trending. Let me see if I can share this real quick. Oh, my bad. I don't even have the share. I don't even have the share button on. But let me remove some of these videos that I had saved up and let's share the screen. So I know you guys saw this. You had the broad. This is going to be interesting. You had a man go viral because he found out that his ugly little girlfriend, right? Hey, Chris, get you a 6 out of 10. Or was it a 4 out of 10? A loyal 3 out of 10. He found out that his loyal 2 out of 10 girl was texting 22 different guys every day while living with him. So I wanted to show you guys this video because it's been going viral. Everybody's been covering it, this is this is beautiful work in my opinion. Somebody said, cheating aside, how the F did she manage to pull 22 guys a day? Hey man, I've been warning you guys about this as well. I've been warning the public. The 6, what's it, the 4 out of 10s, the 3 out of 10s, you think they're not getting approached. You guys are sadly mistaken. And I always warn dudes when I was working back in the day when I was working minimum wage jobs, right? All the women that all the young women that had boyfriends, they were sleeping with other people as well. Every single young girl that I worked with that had a boyfriend, they were always sleeping with somebody else. Just let every single one, ugly, whatever, whatever you, pretty, it don't matter. It does not matter. You know, so this is very I want to show this video and use this as an example. Let me scroll up and play this video real quick. Shout out to Lashy Bills. I guess that's his account. And it is sad that he has to go through this, but this is a learning lesson. You know, every man has to kind of go through this. Eventually, you can't avoid this pain, this heartbreak, unless if you go completely monk mode, right? Every man must go through this. Oh, hold on. He said, didn't the lesbian sleep with your boss? No. So the lesbian chick that I remember working with, her and her partner worked at the job that I was working with, but she was an escort and her partner did not know. Now, I don't know if she slept with the boss. Probably did. I'm not sure. I remember there was like 2 17-year-old girls that we were working with. Like they were technically not supposed to be working, but they somehow caught a deal. So I don't know. You know, this is the job that I'm talking about, Ainsley, that you see in the chat. We were both working at that job. That's how I met Ainsley, right? But the lesbian chick, she was an escort on the side, but her and her partner worked at the same job. So that's also another thing that I was going to say. So I remember Ainsley even exposed that the one woman that I thought wasn't cheating, it was an older woman, she was cheating as well. Like and her husband was working at the same place at one point. They were both working at the same spot at one point. So this is and I'm like, even she, I'm like, damn. So the thottery doesn't really stop because I'm like, what motion she got? You know what I mean? But you got dudes out here. Like I remember working with another dude, and he liked milfs, so-called milfs. But anyways, let me play this video real quick. My bad.
Oh my god. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm holding me. Please. Play that fucking victim. Please. Stand the fuck away. Stand the fuck away. Oh, I'm sorry. Fucking keep playing that card. Keep playing that fucking card. Stand right there, homie. Stay right there. Please let me go home. You said I could go home after this, please. Please, German. Please.
Damn.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, that's a laugh. That's a laugh of pain right there. And that's probably also a laugh of, I'm pretty sure that same broad that's crying, right? Shout out to Tenacity. I see your comment. He says she's crying, freaking out because she has been caught, not because it affects her BF. But the reason why she's doing the reason why that guy's laughing is because I bet you that same girl that's crying and freaking out, she was a control freak. Meaning this, I bet you this is the type of girl getting mad at her boyfriend for liking other girls' pictures on Instagram. I'm telling you, the gender roles have flipped. I'm literally seeing we're seeing the role, was it the gender role reversal in real time. Right? That same girl, she was probably on his ass and making sure that he don't post on his Instagram, that he don't follow no IG models. And if you're, oh my God, you like somebody's story and all this shit. Like I'm telling you, that's why he's laughing. It's like, damn, you was doing all of this, and meanwhile you out here being reckless in the DMs, right? That's really where that laugh is coming from. And most women, the women of today, they think they think being a man is just they take the worst characteristic traits of the worst men that they know of, and then they think that's what being a man is. So they'll be like today's women are complete control freaks from what I've seen. I'm talking about they'll be in a club with their boyfriend, and if the boyfriend I'm talking about if a girl is looking at her boyfriend, she will start a whole argument and shut the whole club down, and just a complete terrorist. You have women now that brag about, oh, my boyfriend doesn't have a social media and blah 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 blah. Right? You see this, but they get to keep their social media. Right? You're seeing the role reversal flip. You're seeing the role reversal in real time. The same broads that cry when you have people in the manosphere say, "Oh, my woman can't have a social media." Meanwhile, they're putting the same rules on their own boyfriend. Right? That's the type of chick it is. I can see it in her.
Stay the fuck away. Okay, yes, what, homie? Okay, yes, I was talking. Oh my god. Oh my god, guess what? Oh.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, look at her. Hold on for a second. Look at the pause.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
What?
Ugh. Yuck. Yeah. Do I got a sound bite? For her? Like this is like a 2 or 3 out of 10 tops. She don't even got body. You don't know if she's fat or skinny. But yeah, dudes will smash anything, right? But particularly what's dangerous about girls like this These are the girls. Like, if you marry a chick like this and you divorce or you break up or you owe her child support, you know she's going to be harassing you for the rest of your life. I hope you understand. This I've always rejected this notion about, oh, guys are just you just need to get girls that are at your beneath your level or whatever. That's for me, that's always been a ploy for, average girls and below average girls, so they can get with the chads that they want, while you as a man, you settle. I've always rejected that. And then on top of that, if you go to divorce court, you go to family court, it's literally full of ugly bitches dragging their men through the dirt. So I've always rejected that notion. Do I have a soundbite to be like, this is ugly? I don't got an ugly bitch soundbite. That's crazy. I guess this is the best. I guess it's the best one that I got.
A fat woman is the equivalent of what a broke dude is.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, Denford. I cannot keep quiet.
Salute to D-Man 50 in the chat, man. Salute to D-Man. Shout out to Garrett Grant in the chat. And then shout out to Henoch. Man, shout out to you guys. Someone said she has probably a demon in the sack. She has, I know she has dudes wherever her job, where she's working at. If your girl works, there's somebody. There's somebody trying to smash at the job. And people think it's the teenagers. Maybe it's like they look at it as, okay, my girl's young. Okay, she 21, but she working at Home Depot or Lowe's at one of these spots, and she's working around other grown dudes. So they think, okay, I don't see any other teenagers or college age dudes working there. Okay, I'm straight. Nope. No, she's even less safe. In my opinion, she's even less safe. Your girl actually has a better chance of not stepping out if she's actually around dudes her age. Believe it or not. People might actually disagree with me on this, but from what from what I've seen, I've had family members get shocked. They find out their girl was cheating with a married dude. It's usually they cheating on their boy with a married dude. From what I've seen, they find out the girl was cheating on a dude that's like 10 years older than them, 12 years older than them. A lot. These are things that people are gonna have to learn, unfortunately, the hard way. There's no, if I put her here, nothing's gonna happen to her. No.
Oh my God.
Stop fucking touching me, homie. Don't fucking touch me. Stand right there. 6 fucking feet, homie. Stay the fuck away.
Please let me go home.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And guess what? Everyone's gonna fucking see this shit. And guess what? You're probably gonna get fucking fired. Crazy, huh?
She's not gonna get fired for cheating, man. That's just unfortunately, that's his emotions, kicking in. He's probably beyond shocked. You know what I mean? Especially the sheer number or the volume of DMs, of explicit DMs that he's witnessing.
Oh my God, crazy. Oh my God, that's what fucking whores get. That's what fucking whores deserve. Oh my God, 1, 2, 3. Oh my dog. Hey, homie, let go of me. Let go of me.
Please.
Yuck. Yeah, that's what I gotta get. I gotta get that Pusha T soundbite. Yuck. Oh man, you out here almost about to crash out over this. And I'll say this: I can't even talk because Ainsley's witness to this. I was simping over a girl when I was 20 years old. I was simping over a girl that looked similar to this. So I can't even talk. But this is just this is this is what dudes got to go through, right? Even girls that look like that have a volume of dudes that maybe even she. How about this here? Those dudes probably didn't even initiate the contact in terms of initiating the conversation. She probably slid in their DMs, believe it or not. So you had to also take that into account. You'll have these girls, especially if you're working at these little jobs, you'll have these girls literally OD flirting with you. OD. And they're just flirting, not necessarily because they like you. They're just doing it for sport. Right? And they just see how far they can take it or how far they can get things, things going their way. And they'll just do it. And they will end up with 20 dudes, crazy texting, just blatant, disrespectfully, recklessly flirting. And then you'll find out that she's married, or you'll find out that you'll find out that she got a boyfriend at home. Somebody said, "What?" Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Let go of me. Let fucking go of me. Don't touch me.
German, please.
Don't touch me, you fucking whore.
Please,
You
no.
fucking whore. Don't touch me.
German, please.
Shut the fuck up. Don't touch me. You
Can I
fucking
have my
ugly
phone?
ass whore.
Can
Fucking
I have my
slut.
phone?
Oh my god. And it goes on.
German,
Stop
please.
holding me.
Please.
Where that fucking
German.
victim.
Please, please, please. Please, please. Please.
Stand the fuck away.
German, please.
Stand the fuck away.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fucking whore. That's bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
Uh-oh, here comes her here comes the gordita reinforcement. By the way, I you know what? This is an awful bitch right here. His girl is an awful bitch. No disrespect, but I hope she doesn't think that she's the pretty one. Because bitches will become friends with gargantuan humans like this so they can seem prettier. You know what I mean? But they understand the dynamics of that. By the way, if she were to actually lose weight, they would stop being friends.
Smack my shit again. I'll fucking sue your ass.
You heard what she said? Hold on. I hope you guys might have missed it, but watch this.
That's bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Smack my shit again. I'll fucking sue your ass.
She said, "What? You're abusive." Now you see why those NBA players, they be getting these bogus charges put on them. NFL players getting bogus charges put on them. What really happens is, they'll catch their girl cheating, or they'll catch their girl. They'll take a look in the girl's phone and they'll see something suspect, and then an argument will ensue, and other people will get involved, whether it be neighbors or her friend, her demonic friends, and then police are called. This is what happens behind a lot of these, these DV cases. You know what I mean? This is why he even was like trying to keep his distance from the girl, because she's trying to initiate a situation. Now, it's very interesting now that her gordita security guard has come through. Now she's trying to say that, she's leaving because you're being abusive. No. Apparently checking your girl's phone is abusive. But that, this is the world that we live in 2026.
Huh? I can't understand your fucking dumb ass. Get out.
She said some she said some, I know it's really low what she said, but she said some low-key very racist shit about this dude. I'm not even going to repeat that. She said something to the guise of, "You're not even from America, you don't got any papers." That's a very interesting coming from a fellow, Latina. This is dirty work from her.
I told you, I gave you the opportunity to talk to me.
Let me see if I can pick that up. I hope I'm not hearing things, but she said some really wild shit.
Smack my shit again. I'll fucking sue your ass. Huh? I can't understand your fucking
Damn. Yep. She said exactly what I thought.
dumb ass. Get out.
up.
Fuck out of here.
You
I
said
told
you
you.
love me,
I
you
gave
love
you the
me.
opportunity to talk to me
Okay.
verbally,
And you
and you
said you love
didn't.
me.
You didn't.
You
You decided not to.
Okay.
You wanted me to find out this way. It
Okay.
sucks.
Okay. You're just fucking hurt. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I am hurt. I know I am.
Okay, cool. Fucking suck it
Like I
up.
said, no one's talking to you, fat ass
Okay,
bitch.
suck it up.
Fuck out of
Okay,
here.
look at you.
Fuck
You
out of
ugly
here.
as fuck. Look at you.
And you're fat as shit.
I don't give a fuck.
You're obese. I don't like you. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. You're obese. You're obese. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know.
So all the shaming, you know, insults, right? You're hurt, right? She uses that as a tactic. She also says you ain't getting no hoes, right? Classic tactics that women use to diss men. Then when you say this is what women, these are the tactics that women use to diss men, they will act like they will act like they have no idea what you're talking about. You just listening to the manosphere mumbo jumbo. Ma'am, stop. So I said the guy was so disgusted. Yeah. He looked at that phone. Like I've said, you know, if you really want to know who your girl is, you know, you gotta look at that phone. And it's a lot of times. I'll say this: a lot of the times, it's not even the amount of dudes that you're gonna see, or the explicit photos, or the sex tapes that she keeps hidden in her gallery. That's not even really what's gonna break your heart. A lot of the times, it's the stuff that she's saying about you to her, you know, her sisters, her friends. That's really going to be like, damn, this bitch really don't respect me. I'll say that happened to me. So where I see something on the phone just by happenstance, just a text message, and I just happen to look at a thread, and she talking cash-ish. I'm talking about cash-ish about me in the group chat. I'm just like, wow. I was like, jeez. Sheesh. So that's really, it's not even for me. It's not really just the cheating or the stuff that you're gonna find. It's the blatant disrespect. So I said I heard mumbo jumbo. Unfortunately, I have a keen ear. Unfortunately, like in, you know, certain like, especially as a keyboard player, I pick up on literally everything. if you're whispering certain things under your breath, I don't. When I'm especially when I'm doing music, I don't even need to know the lyrics to know when you're gonna stop, when you're gonna go to the next verse. There's certain inflections. There's certain I don't need the I need the target word. No, all I need to hear is the rhythm of your word. So somebody, like, say if a rapper is going to go to a next verse, I already know he's going to go to the next verse because of the certain way that he says it. So I already know when to stop. I don't even need to look up to see. So I always pick up on all these little things. So under her breath, she basically hinted at him not being a legal American, basically. So she said it really fast and under her breath, you know. But anyways, that's a little bit TMI. That's TMI right there. That's TMI.
This bitch really cheated on me with 1, 2, 3, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. She was literally taking pictures in my own apartment.
Flashback.
So they got the flashback right here. So they're gonna now he's gonna show you the moment before he asked her, like, this is before he unlocked her phone. He's about to show you.
22. She was literally taking pictures in my own apartment.
Flash.
Watch this. Watch this. This is before the situation right here that you're about to see.
Back.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. What's your password?
What's your password?
Mine?
Yeah.
Mine's my mom's birthday. What's yours?
I'll open it. You
Yeah.
want the phone number? You said you needed the phone number. I'll give you the phone number.
Give me your password. Why so hard? What's the difference?
So you're gonna see literally for the next minute and a half where he could even get the password out of his girl. He asks, "Hey, what's your password?" And what's the first thing she says? "No, what's your password?" So this is a very funny interaction. This is all before the madness.
You want to do this right now?
Do what?
You want to do this right now?
Do what?
You want to do this right now?
What are you doing?
You want to do this right now?
It's like I'm in a fucking
Yeah, it's like a fucking movie. I know.
Crazy.
It is
Can you
crazy.
read my things?
So she got a message saying, "What did it say? What did it say? What did it say? What did it say? I'll slut you out respectfully." And then I asked for her phone, and what you did? You acted all aggressive.
So he saw the notification on the home screen where a guy messaged her, "Hey, I will slut you out respectfully." And he got suspicious and he asked, "Hey, what's the password to your phone?" And she's been stalling ever since. So this is all before that you saw the madness in the beginning.
Acted all aggressive, didn't let me see. So now I have your phone,
Got my
and
phone,
your purse,
all my stuff.
all your stuff, and you'd rather go through all this instead of just telling me
Tell you
what you did. Instead of just opening your phone, we laugh it out on who it is. Supposedly you don't know who it is.
I don't know who it is.
Cap. Oh man, where my boy Offset at? Cap. I mean Takeoff. Sorry, Takeoff. I don't know who that is.
You can open your phone in 10 seconds, call a number, find out, move on. But instead you want to go through all this.
You guys are the one making it into this.
No, well, not me.
Yes, yeah.
Well, yeah.
I told you I just wanted to go.
Well, yeah, and I told you just open your phone just so we can
You
see.
guys go back. Okay. All right. Let's do it.
Really?
Yeah. I'm telling you, I have nothing to hide.
Okay, cool.
Cap. So that was a trap. So basically she was like, "Look, I don't want to be put on blast in public. So let's go into the house so you can discover the truth."
All right, you can open your phone? Yeah. All right, what is it? What's your password? No, what is it? Nope, you're going to give me your password.
So 6 months ago, she broke up with me. She broke up with me because she just stopped caring. She stopped caring about the relationship. We would have talks.
So we don't have to go through this part because he was just explaining, these videos and why he posted these videos and whatnot. You guys can watch that in your off time if need be. But it's very interesting. I want to see the comments. I want to see the comments in this. First of all, let me see the chats first before I show the comments. Here we go. Yeah, the fat girl was being racist to her own people. It's crazy work, but that's somebody said, "Damn, it's immediately over." Like, yeah, if somebody texts my girl, "I will slut you out respectfully," and I just happen to catch that on your notifications, and then I ask you for your passcode, and you're just refusing to give me the passcode, it's over. That's but like there's no way. After that, are you kidding me? Somebody said monk mode or passports, these are the way. Hey, even if I go overseas, let me tell you this. If I go overseas and I have a family, I will be a complete control freak. I'm playing, but I will definitely have control over everything since I will be paying for everything, right? I am going to be full. I'm talking about pro patriarch. Like, say if I move to Saudi Arabia, right, and then I marry a broad over there that grew up in Saudi Arabia, and I will literally be like, I'm what they say, like, when in Rome, do as Romans do. I am gonna take that, but to an umpteenth, to like a umpteenth level. Don't like you guys, when you go over to these countries, you must be pro patriarchy. You must be completely pro patriarchy, no matter what. Or just be a single and be a bachelor. Now, I think in Saudi Arabia you can't really be a bachelor like that. But when you go over there, you better don't give him no breaks. Keep that shit up. Oh man. Pyro says, "I've been monk mode for too long, like a year." Well, like for me, um, unfortunately, my weakness is being at home. So like when I'm traveling and I'm doing work, it's fine. Like even like when I was at the retreat, I was good. I was good. Like I wasn't even tripping over. Oh man, I need a broad right now. I tried to like I was focused, and it was mad broads at the retreat, mind you. There was mad broads, bitches with fat asses, bitches walking around the house like around the the retreat house with yoga pants and all that. It literally meant nothing to me. Because I had a plan, I had a goal, I was focused. Is when I'm home is when I seem to have problems, right? Or if I'm around familiarity, if that makes sense. If I'm just like getting a little bit too comfortable, this is when I get myself in trouble, right? But it was pretty easy for me, you know. But unfortunately, you end up like the problem is when you are disciplined. Unfortunately, you tend to you can attract the wrong type of women, right? So it'll be a woman there, and she's just infatuated how you're not flirting, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, and she will be on your ass since. I'm talking about this. So there was a woman at that retreat. She's been on my ass since, and she has a she literally has a whole boyfriend, a whole living situation, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. But and mind you, she's not fat. She got body. She's not thick, like she got body. She athletic. She got a little package working for her, but I know that's gonna be a disaster. Like I would be better off dating the white chick that I was talking to you about. At least she's stable. She has like a job and shit. That that is the I guess that is the difference between black and white. Black women will literally set you up in a situation where it's just not stable. And it's just gonna be a whole mess if you start fucking with her. But that's a whole other story for another day. Oh, Henoch said, you can be a bachelor in Saudi. Oh, okay. I'll take your word for it. Yeah, there was the hoes was there was hoes at the retreat, right? And then let me did somebody bring their girl? Nah. But then oh yeah, I also found out that one of the I found out one of the girls was a dyke. I had no idea. So I remember there was another girl that was at the retreat. She brought her girlfriend. We already know about that situation. But there was a girl over there. I had no idea she was a dyke. I had no idea because she was a single mom. I knew she was a single mom, and then she fundraises like certain things. She does events. She does she puts musical events together and blah blah blah. I had no idea, and she's hot, mind you. She's hot. I had no idea. So I remember I was like downstairs by myself. I was in the basement, in the arcade, and I see her and another girl come downstairs. And for some weird reason, some like I had like this spidey sense. It was just like I had like this urge to just like leave. Like I never experienced nothing like that. I only experienced stuff like that when my boys come down with a girl and he's trying to lay his game down. Then I just be like, okay, I'll leave. But when she came down with a girl, for some reason I'm like, what the fuck? I feel like I gotta leave. What's going on? And I hear them talking, and then I was like, what the why do I feel like I need to leave? And I didn't leave, and then it was kind of awkward, and then they went right back upstairs. I was like, what's going on? And one of the girls sounded a little bit drunk too, and I was like, okay. I go to the person that set up the retreat, and I was like, yo, without prying into anybody's business, does so and so does she like girls? And he's like, oh, dude, how did you know? I was like, I knew it. I was like, I couldn't put my finger on it until now. He was in there he was laughing his ass off when I asked him that. I'm like, do she like girls? He's like, whoa, how did you know? Like, and apparently, from what I didn't even know this, apparently, like she's like one of those lesbians that like she hates men. You know what I mean? But I would have never thought from our interactions. All of our interactions are respectful. We see each other, we smile, we help each other out. She be picking up my stuff. She sets me up with this. She sets me up with that. I would have never thought she's one of them. She's one of them like man hating like type feminist lesbians. I would have never thought. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. The only thing is, I've never had the nerve to ask her to be like, look, if you was just trying to put your game down, you could have told me to leave. I would have left. I felt so bad from that situation because I'm like, damn, if she told me, yo, Chris, bounce, I'd have left. But yeah, the retreat was interesting. There was some of these hoes they were showing out. They were showing out. Like I remember waking up, going to what's it, the main hall, the mess. What do they call it? Yeah, the mess, the mess for some breakfast, whatever. Because I purposely wait till everybody's done with their breakfast so I can get the table to myself, so people don't bother me. And then I go through before I get to the mess hall. I got to go through like the living room, and these hoes were out here doing these. They were doing some morning stretches, whatever. it was like four of them doing these like these crazy yoga stretches. Like really like what they call these tantra, whatever. Like it was very sexual from my vantage point. It was very sexual. I'm sitting there looking. I'm like these hoes is crazy. But usually, like when I'm like on a mission or I'm focused, if I'm doing something productive, I don't have this urge to be like, man, I got to get one of these hoes. I just do what I'm supposed to do and I sleep. I'd even bring my video game and I was fine. The time actually went by fast at that retreat. You know what I mean? So it's just, it's just like when to really be focused, you need to be doing something. Like you gotta be, you really be, you like, if you're just out here over there doing nothing and you're letting your mind wander, this is where, quote unquote, the devil comes in and then tempts you. But when I was over there, I was just focused on one thing. Same thing when I was on tour. These were not problems. Like when I was on tour, I was straight. It was all the way only until when I came back home and I called somebody that I was supposed to call, and I was like, fuck. Like, remember when I did the live when I was in Pittsburgh, and I was like, I think I can go monk mode. As soon as I got home, I gave in. As soon as I got home. Right? Let me look at some of these comments though. Somebody said, girl cheats, boy finds out, girl cries. Oh yeah, this is one of the screenshots. This is one of the screenshots that the guy this is the picture of one of the texts that his girl was getting. Look at this text right here. This guy says, I miss your mouth. That's diabolical. You got a text saying, I miss your mouth is diabolical work. This is diabolical work right here. Yeah, Pyro says that happened to me for real in Jamaica. He says, why are you interested in me and you always have a gunman boyfriend? So hell not. Like, yeah, I know. Like, it's one girl. She got to chill out. First of all, her boyfriend don't look like he play. He's not like a large dude per se, but I have this weird. Nah, I'm like, I don't want to mess with that. You never know. There's some dudes. There's a lot of dudes. They just still they accept it. They'll be it's certain dudes that are in open situations or open relationships, and you would have never thought. But even then, you still have jealousy. You still have these things that happen in open relationships. It's just not. It's just not worth it, right? I'm not interested in somebody else's girl. I just think that just brings. It's not necessarily bad karma. It's just I don't want what's coming to me from that situation, right? King Pick Six says the Klay Thompson and Meg the Stallion relationship was already weird to begin with. Yeah, I hope Klay Thompson was just trying to smash and that was it, or maybe just Klay Thompson came to his senses and he realized this bitch is not. She's just not wifeable. She's not a person that you can be around like that. Enoch said Chads don't mess around or Tyrones. But this guy, look, but they, you know what, this might be a good thing because this might be a good thing because I'm leaving both of my bands right now. So I just recently I sought counsel with one of the OGs that one of my guys put me on. And he told me, look, this is what you got to do, boom, 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 so you can leave in respectful terms. And what's beautiful about that is once I leave those bands, there's certain other interactions that I don't have to force myself to be around, and I can just focus. But we'll talk about that another time. We'll talk about that another time because there's a shift. There's another shift I'm shifting towards something else. And I'm not saying, I'm excited about my next chapter. No, it's just this is the shift that I'm doing right now. It's very necessary, and I'm trying to set myself up for a different approach. And shout out to there's certain OGs that have come back in my life that are now steering me towards they're steering me towards the right way. So I'm not killing myself. You know what I mean? But that's another story for another day. We'll talk about that another time. Let's go through more of these comments. He says, remember, boys, she's not sorry for what she did. She's sorry she got caught. Somebody said, seriously, guys, y'all could do way better. No, he's one of those guys. Unfortunately, he thought that, because I got a 3 out of 10, she's not going to cheat. Look, bitches like this be cheating, especially nowadays. I'll say especially nowadays. This is not the 2000s anymore, guys. This is the 2020s. All these hoes, all these hoes got rosters or dudes smashing. Dude, there's a bitch. Hold on. I don't want to put the bitch on black. There's a bitch that I know. She has a whole disability. She's a really nice girl, though. She's a really nice girl. It's a girl that I know personally. She has a disability where basically her whole face is off. It's completely. She has. I don't know what that is. It's not a disease. It's like a condition that you have where your whole. It's not a stroke. It's something specific where a whole side of her face is just drooped, where she's basically unrecognizable, right? And she can barely make words. Like she can barely talk. She got a boyfriend. I'm talking about now the dude he's on the scammer side. It is what it is. But she getting piped down. And I also told you, bitches in wheelchairs got rosters. I'm telling you, it's bitches in wheelchairs on Tinder. It took me I remember in 2018 or 2019. I remember seeing one of these bitches in the. I'm like, why is she on Tinder? And I'm like, and I used to look at those bitches on Tinder. I'd be like, oh, poor soul. I bet. I'm like, I don't know how she. I'm like, I don't know how she gets matched. No, it's bitches. These bitches in the wheelchairs that be on Tinder on these dating apps, they be getting cracked. It took me like a year for me to be like, oh, these hoes is getting cracked. Because I remember seeing like this one bitch in the wheelchair. She was looking way too confident. I was like, wait a minute. It's like she had that look where it's just like it's like she knew she was gonna get ninjas. I was like, nah, there's no way. And then I started putting two and two together. I'm like, man, we what we need to do. This is what we need to do. This is what we need to do. We really need to have something where, you know, people say we need a body count, like a woman should have a number of their body count on their forehead. And you know, it's popular to say that, but why don't we start putting these dudes on blast on the type of hoes that y'all smashing? We need to really like, we need to put like, okay, these are the pictures of the women that you're smashing. So before you start criticizing dudes or you start saying, oh, dudes ain't getting pussies, or you start trying, or you trying to call somebody, oh, you don't get no pussy, or we need to put a picture of the women that they're smashing. There needs to be like every woman that you smash, there needs to be, it needs to be like on your permanent log where we can look up your stats. You know how we can look up your stats, but we can look at the individual game. You see like how you can look at the individual game and see what stats you put up in the individual game. There needs to be something like that for men, like where we see what type of women you smashed. Because there's a lot of dudes out here, they be capping. Where they'll oh man, I be fucking these hoes, man. I be getting vicious, but you don't want to admit that a lot of the majority of your body count is bitches with disabilities and bitches in wheelchairs, bitches that can't walk, and fat hoes and single mammies, right? I fucked single mammies too back in the day. So I'm not, but you don't see me bragging about the shit. Oh, I be getting hoes. And this is low. This is like beyond low hanging fruit. This is like, sorry, not beyond. This is below low hanging fruit. This is like, like nigga, you need a shovel. Like this is crazy. But anyways, we'll talk about that another day. But specifically, this is my problem right here. Right? When you're going out with a broad like this, or you going out with a fat bitch, do not be surprised if she has other dudes. Or you like or you're going out with a bitch that got some kind of a disability or something. Like the dudes think that, oh, if I go out with this bitch, she's blind. She doesn't know what I look like. Oh, she's deaf, so she definitely not gonna have no. Be careful with that kind of line of thinking. That's just what I'm gonna say. Because it's really bras like that, they get approached the most because dudes are trying to get an easy, you know, they're trying to get a layup, you know, behind closed doors. You ever wonder why, like, it'd be like certain obese women, they get really perturbed when certain dudes approach them because they're so tired of getting approached. And then most of those approaches are just guys that are just trying to smash and dash. And they're not even trying to be seen with her, really. So they get like, they're like, oh God, another dude. It's like, they're so full of resentment and so full of pride. And it's like, the fuck, why is she so full of pride? Yeah, Pyro says, yeah, he said disabled women get more sexual play than the average man. Facts. These are facts. I might be the only dude that talks about the broads in the wheelchair. People are gonna be like, "Hey, Chris, what do you look?" I on my soul, I ain't never fucked no bitch in a wheelchair. I'm talking about on my everything. But I know. I just know. Just know that I know. Just know that I know. I want to be. I'm not ashamed to tell you. I've fucked hoes that had boyfriends before when I was younger. I fucked bitches that had kids. I fucked fat hoes. All of that, right? But I used to think looking like if somebody would have a disability or some like a bitch with a speech impediment or a bitch that had some kind of some kind of syndrome. Like it's bitches with Down syndrome. Unfortunately, they getting it's bad out here. Dudes need to be honest about the type of bitches they getting out here because it's not like I'm not impressed. Also, before I even move on, there's this thing where you got these dudes coming out there. They go to the streets and then they specifically target certain dudes that are out with their girlfriends. They tend to target smaller dudes. I've noticed that, but that's a whole other story for another day. They target dudes that have girlfriends and then go up to the dude and see if they can mog them by getting their number. Guys, listen to, I'm not an elder yet, but please listen to a somebody with some kind of experience here. Please don't do this. You're setting yourself up to get shot. Please do not do this. You're gonna run up on the wrong person with a girl. You're gonna get smacked. You don't know where, bruh. Don't, guys, please don't do this. This clavicular stuff, these things. What was it? D? What's these niggas' name? These dudes, yeah, these Riz artists, because these guys can't. First of all, these guys, they can't get the average single girl, so they try to target other dudes' girls. It's first of all, it's very cowardly, and number two, just don't, guys, don't do this, please, please, mother man, please don't do this. You got you'll even see like these Riz artists, these so-called Riz artists. I've seen it. Now they target older women and all these things. I'm like, what are y'all doing? I'm talking about full videos of, oh, we're approaching MILFs now. And I even seen dudes even fumble that. Like I remember I saw one dude on CGA's channel. CGA was putting one of these dudes on blast. This dude was cold approaching like a 49-year-old broad that was working at Macy's. And he basically fumbled that. I was just like, I'm like, y'all, I'm like these so-called Riz artists, because they know they can't get single women. They can't do that. So they target other dudes' girls and old bitches and moms and shit. And like this. I'm like, you guys are not Riz artists. Y'all just wasting people's time. And but specifically these dudes that are going after, I'm talking about they're going specifically after couples where the dude is there and the girl is there and they're trying to quote unquote mog them. All right, keep playing out there. Keep playing. Remember I showed you that video where you had like even the situation. Remember the guy was like the dude was sitting there with his white girlfriend, and then the black dude was like he came up to him and said, hey brother, why you with that white man? Y'all, these people setting themselves up to get smacked. Back in the 2000s, you could not do that. you could not do that in the 2000s. I'm telling you. You could even do that in 2009. You couldn't do that. I don't know what's wrong. You know, these shout out to my parents. It's these damn phones. By the way, people don't understand too, when you're seeing these code approaches, a lot of those are staged, right? Even a lot of the clavicular stuff, like these are staged things. These are bitches they already have OnlyFans. Like these are pre-planned, things. But anyways, he says, as long as she ain't fat, learn the hard way. Game is game. Henoch says, heck nah, Chris, you cucked somebody. Now this is like I said, this was back in, when I was messing with women that I had no business messing with, right? Like I remember one specific woman where I was up in her house. Oh, she had a BBL. And I just happened to go to the bathroom and I'm looking at multiple toothbrushes. And I'm just like, wait, yo, what's And I was looking at her like, yo, what's going on? And she did not want to tell me. She was like, no. And I started putting two and two together. I'm like, not only am this might not only be a single mom, but this bitch might have a whole husband or a whole dude. Because I'm looking at her situation. I'm like, something don't feel right. I'm like, she's not single. She's definitely not single. And I'm like, But I you know, that was by accident. I promise you that was by accident. That was by accident. But then I remember there's a couple other girls, like especially there were some girls that I would work with. I knew they had boyfriends at the time, but they were doing the flirting. And then I was just like, well, okay. Cause you never, because bitches don't like, have you, how about this? Let me I'll say every young man has been in this situation that I'm about to describe. Have you ever been in a situation where you're working at one of these minimum wage jobs, right? And it's just you and that girl, and the girl start being extra touchy with you. Have you ever been in that situation? It's literally just, I'm talking about, for some reason maybe you're working or some kind of early morning shift at Denny's or one of these spots, theater, but it was one of these spots, and it's just you and that one lady, and you're both of similar age. I'm talking about you're 20, she's 19, or you're 19 and she's also 19. In this case, I was 20, she was 18. I was like, nah, no, she was 19. She was 19. What? And then you're literally stuck, and then literally all you have to do is not be gay. Literally that's all you have to do. And she OD doing shit to you. She touching you. She flirting with you. And you want to go out in the back? Our shift isn't over. Who's gonna say that? Oh, our shift isn't over. I'm not gonna go out in the back with you. What? You gotta be a homosexual to turn that down. It is that's what happens, especially when you're young. You're just like, okay. At the time, I knew she had a boyfriend allegedly, but we all know how this stuff works. I seen, man, I know. Wait a minute. Yeah. Did I ever show you that video? No, I didn't show you that video. I probably can't even find it. But I remember seeing a situation where it was like, it was this dude. He did a stream. This nigga did a stream. It was a young black dude doing a stream with some Puerto Rican chick at his job, like at Walmart or something. And she just straight up touched his junk in front of his whole audience. And he looked at her. He's like, "Oh man, I don't know what to do." And everybody was in the chat was like, "Bro, shut down the stream and take care of your business." But these are the things that happen, especially if it's two young people working together. Something's bound to happen. If literally all you have to do is not be gay, that's it, and be in some semblance of shape, right? That's all you have to be. Don't smell like shit and just be in some kind of semblance of shape. The broad, even if she doesn't like you. I'm not saying she loves you, but she'll try something on you. She'll try you. Hell, I remember when I was working at the theater. I don't want to say her name, but Ainsley knows exactly who I'm talking about. She would try shit. Like, I'm talking about in front of other employees. I'm sorry, in front of customers. I remember she tried me in front of a whole customer. I'm literally just trying to give this bitch this one older lady her tickets. She comes in and just straight grabs onto me with a whole flirty ass smile in front of the customer, and then she was like, "Uh-oh, I think someone likes you," and she just goes away giggling, and I'm like, "Good fucking Lord." Mind you, she got a whole boyfriend and a whole other employee that she was flirting with and doing all. She was a flirt. I'm not gonna say her name, but Ainsley knows exactly who I'm talking about. If Ainsley catches the replay, he knows exactly who I'm talking about. She was a whole flirt. But women will try you. They will just do that to you, just to fuck with you. You just like. Luckily, at the time, I knew she was a flirt, and I was just like, "What the? Why are you doing this?" You know. But that's what happens. You put a whole bunch of young people together that's working. Oh, yeah. They're gonna be doing everything but their job. Yeah, the Rizzlers. XVY Jay-Z says Mr. Organic said he checked clavicular and said why he's done with Fresh and Fit. I think I know who Mr. Organic is. Isn't that the guy, the black dude with the weird hairstyle? I've never really looked into him, but I think I know who you're talking about. Let me see, Mr. Organic. What's his occupation, by the way? Because I be seeing him. Let's see, Mr. Organic. I hope he's a rapper. Okay, they say he's a musical artist. I just see ass right here. This is crazy. But anyways, yeah, he's a rapper or a musical artist, a singer, a singer slash whatever, or artist. Let me put some respect on his name. But anyways, somebody said Mr. Organic is a cornball. Look, I don't know who he is. I don't know who he. I just know I've seen him around, like in clips and stuff. So I don't know his. I can't really make an impression. He said he's a YouTuber. Let me see if he got his YouTube going on. Mr. Organic. Let me see this. Let's check this out. 406,000 subscribers. Okay. Let me look at his videos. Let me look at his viewership. Okay, let me. I'm sorry to put another black man on blast here, but we got to check this out right here. So I just looked at his channel for 5 seconds, and now I already know he buys subscribers. His viewership is basically my viewership. His viewership numbers is basically my viewership numbers. Look at these viewership numbers. 351, 404, 311. Guys, AJ has way more viewership, way more, it looks like memberships as well, than this guy. And AJ got like what, 40,000 subscribers, 50,000 subscribers. He has allegedly 406,000 subscribers, 4,000 videos, and look at his viewership. This guy is full of cap. No disrespect. His viewership should be way more than this. Like you got 406,000 subscribers, and you have a video from 10 days ago that only has 503 views. A 46-minute video with only 24K views. Yeah, this guy's look. No disrespect to Mr. Organic, but bruh, I guess yeah, he's there's another what's it, a pay for play, YouTube, there's a pay for play model on, social media websites where you can buy your subscribers. You can pay for engagement, right? Anton Daniels, he's, we've called him doing similar. Those numbers are not adding up. Yeah, those numbers. Look, you could do that whole pay for play stuff and all this stuff in terms of social media and whatnot, but those numbers, his numbers should not be looking like mine. He's got 406,000 subscribers. Let me see. Maybe it's the live. Does most of his views come from lives? Okay. It looks like most of his views come from lives, but still, that's it looks like he doesn't even do a whole bunch of lives. What you know what he might need to do is just stick to doing lives. He might just need to stick to doing lives because this, like the video game, in terms of the clip game, he needs to. The numbers are not even the lives. The live that don't add up. These live numbers, they don't add up, man. Yeah, there's a lot of guys out here. They just be because you know on YouTube you can pay your way to. Oh Lord, I'm not going to show this. He's showing a whole corn star on his platform. Anyways, so let's see. King Pig 6 says he used to get more viewers. I think some YouTuber Spencer Cornella exposed him for scamming. Oh, okay. I'll look more into that, but I'm looking at those numbers. They don't add up. No disrespect to Mr. Organic. You know, I don't know him personally. I've heard of him, but I just looked at his channel for the first. This is the first time looking at his channel. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just leave that alone. Those I don't know how he got 406,000 subscribers. Okay, let me give you an example, right? Because Undead. Let me check Undead's channel. And I know Undead has more of a cult following, but let me share this tab right here. And let's look at his why is Undead's numbers similar to his? And well, look, I know Undead has way more subscribers than his shows, but the numbers should not be like the numbers. And then on top of that, Undead is demonetized. How are the numbers the same? Like, and then let's look at the live numbers. It's the same. It's consistent, but it's the same. I don't know because it's certain channels that are monetized, and then they'll have 10,000 subscribers, and their numbers in terms of the viewership, the engagement, the membership is through the roof, like through the roof. So look, we'll talk about this on another time. I don't want to put this dude on blast. Like when you look at what's it let's take a popular podcast like Candace Owens. Let's take Candace Owens for example. Her viewership, his engagement is like her engagement is through the roof. Nightcap, right? Shannon Sharp's podcast, the Nightcap, when it goes live, engagement, the viewership through the roof. So I look, you know. So XVY Jay-Z says Chris, he has a very popular car channel. I gotta see. All right, let me see. What is Mr. Organics? I'm gonna give him another. I'm gonna give him one more shot. Man, I remember I was in St. Louis. I was at University of St. Louis. There was this security guard. She had to escort this chick out. I loved her accent, the security guard's accent. And then she goes right to her family member, and he said, "Look," she was like, "Look, I'm gonna give her one more shot. I'm gonna give her one more shot. If she act out again, she out of here." I'm fucking up the accent, but yeah, that St. Louis accent. Oh my god, it was perfect. Let me see, Mr. Organic Car Channel. Let's see if I can find this right here. I need the name of the car channel. Okay, these numbers, this makes sense. Okay, does he have, how many channels he got? Oh no, this is the same channel. Okay, so some of these, okay, now I'm looking at, like, when I'm looking at these views, okay, this makes sense. But I'm talking about the viewership on his stuff. I don't know. That don't make no sense. Is this channel called Tall Guy Car Reviews. No, that's somebody else. I think that's somebody else. Yeah, that's somebody else. I would need to find his actual channel. His actual car channel. Okay, so here we have a guy called Ice Cream Vlogs. He says Mr. Organic got evicted and podcast is going out of business. So I don't know. Because there are a lot of scammers out here, and they be doing a whole bunch of capping. So, paying for engagement, paying for viewership, paying for subscribers. So I don't know. Like, if I were to see a guy like a Mr. Organic, I would have automatically thought he was a scammer, no disrespect. So that's just me. So he's getting less viewership. But anyways, we'll move on from that. Let's go into the Meg Thee Stallion situation. I'm just going to check my Instagram one more time because you already know Instagram going to go crazy about the Meg Thee Stallion situation. Oh, I'm seeing something on Instagram right now. They're saying that Roberto Carlos, Brazilian footballer legend, announced one of the draft picks from the Santiago Bernabeu. Okay, that's interesting. Anyways, let me see if I saved anything that we need to review. No, I'm good. It looks like I'm good. It looks like I am good. Okay. So, anyways, let's go into this. Meg Thee Stallion blasts Klay Thompson over alleged cheating in Breakup. So here, people found out about the news because of Meg Thee Stallion's story that went viral. So her story went viral. Here in her story, she says, cheating had me around your whole family playing house, got cold feet, holding you down through all your horrible mood swings and treatment towards me during your basketball season. Now you don't know if you can be monogamous. Bitch, I need a real break after this one. Bye, y'all. Well, look, Meg Thee Stallion, ma'am. Let's first of all, I know she's talking about monogamy and all this stuff. How can a woman in Meg Thee Stallion's position think that she's entitled to monogamy? I'm bold enough to say this. Most American women, you're not entitled to monogamy. That's only for virgins. No disrespect. Like, monogamy, that's only something virgins can ask for. I'm not even gonna say demand. Only virgins. I'm talking about female virgins. Can ask for monogamy. I'm talking about on the women's side. Now, men, we're always gonna demand monogamy, no matter what situation. That's what we prefer, anyways. With that, our main chick be monogamous, sexually exclusive to you, right? Now, that's already number one. Number two, Meg, if we start hearing from Klay Thompson's side of the, if Klay Thompson starts explaining himself, I better not hear that you cheated first, because the Meg Thee Stallion types, they think they find the one or their dream guy, and then they'll still be messing with certain dudes that they have no business messing with, right? Because Meg Thee Stallion, she got a history. So, and we all know women don't count all their bodies. So, have you been monogamous to Klay? I doubt it. Me personally, I doubt it. I doubt it. Now, number three, let's address this alleged cheating, right? What she said that he cheated. For a guy at Klay Thompson's level, is it really is it really cheating at his level? You know what I mean? Like at a guy at Klay Thompson's level, no homo, it's really only cheating is if he had like an outside kid and he never told you. That then is like, okay, we gotta look at this a little bit differently. He needs to be a little bit more responsible. But at a guy at Klay Thompson's level, he's not cheating. That's not that's just me personally. Remember, I did the Akon live stream, and Akon literally explained all of this. You see how all of these things, it just comes together. It all comes together. Everybody was mad at Akon and saying men need multiple women, and that's just you. Okay, and then now you're talking about you were demanding monogamy from Klay Thompson. This is good. When we're talking about Klay Thompson, we're talking about an NBA player, right? Future Hall of Famer, probably the second best shooter of all time, right? Statistically, right? Iconic, what they call it? The Splash Brothers, right? This dude, one of the best shooting guards of all time, right? I mean, his resume speaks for itself. Like his status is on a whole other like level. And let's not even bring up the fact that he's 6'7", light skinned. In Dallas. In Dallas. 6'7", light skinned NBA superstar. And you're demanding monogamy? Bitch, who the fuck you think you is? Man, I wish you would if a bitch come up to me and I'm at a certain status level. Forget the physical. If I'm at a certain status level, and how about this here? If I gain a certain amount of money and I'm in a different type of tax bracket, and then a bitch is gonna enter my life after I worked for that money, and she's now going to demand how I live my nah. You ain't put in on this. You did not invest in this. There's no demands, right? Now, maybe if you were a woman that was with me since I was 18 or 19, and then you invested into me, then we can talk. Then we could be like, okay, this is how we're gonna do things, right? There's a conversation. There's like when you're one of the initial investors, you're always gonna have a say at the table. You're the initial one of the initial stockholders. You're always gonna have a say at the table. But if you're just entering in and then you're making demands off of me, nah. Oh, hell no. Nah. Ain't no way, boy. Boy, no way. So that's my opinion on the situation at face value. First of all, and then on top of that, hey, how many light-skinned 6'7" dudes that's not fat, right? He don't like Klay Thompson don't even need money. He would be still getting hoes. So, and then on top of that, he got the money and he got the come on, stop. Like, what are we doing? Right? XVY JZ0 says she thought she had a sucker. Facts. He said somebody said pot calling the kettle black. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Meg, ain't no way Meg was faithful. I doubt it. A female rapper being monogamous, or a female rapper demanding monogamy from me? Boy, man, please. Even if it's your local female rapper demanding monogamy from me, I would be, please. There's no way. There's no way. This is why we need to start being honest. when it comes to situations like this, where because you'll have like a woman like a Meg Thee Stallion get with a Klay Thompson, and people will think that is an equal partnership. And I've been trying, like, stop saying that shit. That's no equal partnership. That's Klay Thompson's. He's way levels. It's female rappers. They don't got no money. Meg Thee Stallion ain't got no money. That bitch is a plant at best. At best, she's a plant. She ain't got no talent. What does she do but be tall? Her talent is that she's a tall bitch. Congratulations, you a tall bitch that be setting niggas up, getting them locked up to serve your Rock Nation masters. Congratulations, right? That's your talent. It's when I mentioned the equal partnership. Hear me out, right? Remember when I got a lot of pushback, not necessarily from you guys, but just from the public when I was saying, when they were talking about Jaden Daniels and Juju Watkins getting together. Oh, this is a match mate. Nah, that's not an equal partnership. Like Jaden, like the money that he's making as a rookie he didn't even get his contract yet, and the money he's making is like laps. Like it's laps. He's lapping. Oh no, Mama Daniels is getting in the way of Juju. There was bitches in the comment section saying that Juju Watkins had more status than Jaden Daniels, and I'm like, y'all, no, we need to start. We got to get back to reality. This is no equal type of partnership. I don't know what they do. A bitch will make $20K a year and then get with a nigga that's making $120K a year, and they're talking about this is an equal partnership because the bitch got a job and then the nigga's making $120K. This is not an equal partnership. They're actually made for each other, man. No, that's not. There's no equality there. Oh my god. But yeah, people were like, "Oh no, Juju Watkins to JD, that's better. That Black Love, Chris." Okay, that is not an equal partnership. XVY Jay-Z says, "I'm not even monogamous and have none of those stats as status as Klay." He said, "KD moves how I would as an NBA star." Yeah, KD like he's a real free agent for real. He's a free agent, you know. King Pick Six says, "No way a man worth over $100 million has to date a woman who wears a weave." Hey man, hey, listen, King Pick Six. Apparently, if you say stuff like that, apparently that means you hate a certain demographic of women. But look, those are just facts. Those are facts. Like, what the fuck? Yo, King Pig Six got the comment of the day. I gotta star this. I gotta save this comment. That is the chat of the day. He said, "No way a man worth $100 million has to date a woman who wears a weave." I mean, bro, that's just. I mean, if people could call, hey, what you trying to say? He said exactly what he meant. These are just facts. The fuck. This is just it is what it is. People can get offended by that. Enoch said, "I heard facts, no hate." Exactly. Adam may do. That's right. Like, look, that's the chat of the day. That is the chat of the day. I don't know if I can because I can't pin it off of StreamYard, unfortunately. But we gotta have there's gotta be some kind of applause, some kind of applause for that. You know, that's the chat of the day. Oh man. But anyways, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Exactly. So Garrett Grant, he says Juju don't even have a max WNBA contract yet, and they just got that to just $5 million a year. this is what I'm saying. It's like you asked for the numbers. Okay, how much is Juju making, or how much is the top female basketball player? What is she making? This. Okay, it's probably no more than $2 million or $3 million. All right. And then she'll be with, I'm talking about an NBA role player, an NBA role player, and they will think that, oh nah, she's settling for him, or she's. I'm like, no, that dude is way above her. Dude, the NBA. I'm talking about the 15th man on the bench. sorry, like how I'll say, like a 10th man on the bench, even an NBA G League player. He's gonna be above you just financially. It's not even a debate, but it's just the way that they talk about equality or partnership. It's not, there's no partnership. Oh my God, what are we doing in this country, man? What are we doing in this country, man? I don't know what we doing nowadays. But for Meg Thee Stallion, I don't know the nerve. Who does she think she is? WAP is an 0-2 in sports. Oh yeah, WAP is 0-2 in sports. So what happened to all the hoes that were mad at men that were saying that Meg Thee Stallion ain't gonna get married, she's not gonna get chose, or when we said, I'll say specifically with Cardi B, like Cardi B, that should have been obvious what was going to happen. I don't know why hoes, or sorry, women, like really women in general, they want to hold these two up in the air and claim anything that they do is a success. And dudes was trying to tell women like, nah, they're not gonna get what they want out there. They're fucked. And mind you, Cardi, like she had a dude, she had Offset, and now you breaking up with him for whatever the reason, even though I think she broke up with him over gambling, not over cheating. I think the cheating, that's the cover story. I think Cardi B broke up with Offset because he has a gambling problem, right? His gambling problem has just been confirmed recently. I didn't do a story on that, but it's, y'all know what just recently happened to Offset. Y'all saw what happened, so that's a little bit different. But this thing where they thought that Cardi B was gonna, get her lick back with Stephon Diggs, I'm like, of all people, I was like, of all people, Stephon Diggs. I'm like, this nigga, he's like, I don't even say this about dudes on this channel. I'm like, I said this. I was like, Stephon Diggs he's a deviant. Something mentally is wrong with that dude. Like, he's a sexual deviant, right? When you talk about the R. Kellys, the Trey Songs, he's of that ilk. He's a sexual deviant. He has a impulse control problem when it comes to bitches, right? And it shows through his personal selection of women, the women that he's knocked up recklessly. You know what I mean? Like he has a problem. I'm like, of all people, out of all the athletes, like Stephon Diggs, it was dudes warning Cardi B about Stephon Diggs. They're like, this is not it. Just go back with Offset. It's because they're just taking it at face value. They're like, why would you leave Offset for cheating, and then you end up with Stephon Diggs, who not only is he a serial cheater, but he's just a whole deviant. You know what I mean? It's like, wow. You gotta be kidding me. Sorry, no, somebody's gonna take care of that tea. Don't worry about that sound. But out of all people, everybody saw the video where they asked all the Vikings players, okay, which one of your teammates would you not want your sister to date? They were just like, what the F? Diggs. Everybody said Diggs. Everybody said Diggs. So I'll just, hey, you know, that's on her. Now with Meg the Stallion, I mean, bruh. Like you should know better. You at least if like say if Cardi B was with a Klay Thompson, she wouldn't leave Klay Thompson for cheating, right? She would have left Klay Thompson for like something else. You know what I mean? Like, but in terms of the demands, oh, I'm leaving him for because he's not monogamous and he had me play house and blah, blah, blah. Meg, stop. Like, stop. Oh man. Yeah, WAP not he's D-Man 50 said WAP not so golden. Yeah, because those bitches, I already know they pussy trash. Let's keep it a buck. Especially like when you talking about Cardi B, I already know her pussy trash. It's gotta be trash with Cardi, especially with her history, her being a stripper. And we already know what comes with that lifestyle. She was this is you're talking about like a former escort. You know what I mean? So you already know that pussy trash. Meg the Stallion, we already know it's dry. We know it ain't shit. So we are like bitches like that, they always gonna get cheated on. You know. Meg, I'm sorry, Meg, you always gonna get cheated on. Respectfully. Even if it's like it's like it doesn't even have like even like the man doesn't even have to have money. He's gonna cheat on you. A Meg the Stallion type, a Cardi B type, they're always gonna get cheated on. Henoch says because she loves getting cheated on. Adam A. said I didn't see that video. Oh, the Stephon Diggs video. Oh yeah, Meg the Stallion. Yeah, Meg the Stallion. She used to be a stripper as well. King Pig 6 says she probably has no walls. Facts. Oh shit. Yo. Especially Cardi. He said I didn't see that video. Oh, let me see if I can play that a little bit of that video. Because I thought it was hilarious. Let me pull that up. Vikings sister date. Here we go. If I can find that video. Oh man. Oh man. Everybody says Stephon Diggs. They got the snippet right here. Here we go.
Davin, what guy on the team would you least like to date your sister?
What the hell?
Diggs.
Stephon Diggs.
Diggs is the guy.
At least I should take my sister Diggs. 100%.
Why Diggs?
Man, no.
He's crazy.
He's not a guy that you want to bring home to your parents. He talks a lot.
Outrageous. Don't know what he's gonna say.
And I don't like him. We're gonna leave it like that. No.
Yo, Dalvin Cook's answer was the best. He said, we just gonna leave it like that. No, because they know. We know. Like we know. We know what it is. But unfortunately, when guys like us, when we're saying no, don't date that dude, we're actually raising that guy's sexual market value, believe it or not. So the more that we're saying, if we're telling a girl, don't date this dude, the more you make him attractive. Yeah, it's a Dalvin Cook's answer always get me. Because it's like they're supposed to be as PG as possible, and they're just like, look, we can't even tell you like why. And it's obvious. And like dudes already can read between the lines. Everybody's saying Diggs because we know he a player. Not only he's a player, he be doing them hoes dirty. And on top of that, we like when you see stuff like that, when we got football players saying, nah, this dude right here, nah, that means that guy's a deviant, a straight deviant. When I saw that, I remember seeing that video when he was on the Vikings, and I was like, oh, so Diggs really that type of nigga, I guess. We're not gonna lie about something like this. We're not gonna do that. Oh man. And that even shows you, like, as a person, Diggs is a suspect type of a person. King Pig 6 says they don't acknowledge that dancing as strippers in music videos attracts lower tier men. Exactly. He says, do they think they're going to end up with a hedge fund manager or something? No, in their mind, they think they're going to settle for a hedge fund manager, right? They think that's settling, in their mind. That's what they've been told. They thought they think they're just gonna be just out here being a hoe for most of their teenage years and in their 20s, and they think there's gonna be no repercussions to that. Oh man. Oh, there's always gonna be a simp. Not anymore. There's always gonna be a simp. Maybe, yeah, but and it's 2026. These are different times. Yeah, Dalvin Cook's answer. That one. Every time he's just like, no. That always gives me a good laugh. He's just like, look, no. And I love how honest Adam Thielen was. He was like, nah. He's like Diggs is the last person you like. You want your parents, your sister to come home with and then meet your parents. Absolutely not. Like guys like Stephon Diggs, those were the type of dudes that, brothers would run away with their shotguns and all this stuff. man. Listen. Let me just rewind Diggs. Let me just rewind Dalvin Cook real quick.
I don't like him. We're gonna leave it like that. No,
Just don't know what to expect every day.
like you
In
don't
the
want your sister to
beginning.
bring him
What scene would you least like to date your sister?
home. What the hell? Diggs.
Stephon Diggs.
he barely had to think about it. He's like, Diggs. It's like he had a "That's So Raven" moment. He was like, that is just a question out of the blue, and then it's just boom. Oh man. But anyways.
Diggs is the guy.
At least I should take my sister Diggs. 100%.
Why Diggs?
Man, no.
He's crazy.
He's not a guy that you want to bring home to your parents. He talks a lot.
Outrageous. Don't know what he's gonna say.
And I don't like him. We're gonna leave it like that. No.
Just don't know what to expect every day.
It's like you don't want your sister to bring him home to your parents, so therefore she can't date him.
He couldn't date my sister. What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister? And I might add, you're starting to be the runaway favorite for this.
But nobody want me to date his sister. I'm a great guy. I'm actually a great guy.
There's actually seems to be a few guys.
This dick. Oh, by the way, just to let you guys know, Stephon Diggs is not like some 6 foot tall Giga Chad or anything. He's 5'10". It's like 5'10", 5'11" max. I've seen Diggs in real life, right? These are not like these gig, like, especially when you're talking about wide receivers and I'll say DBs specifically, but a lot of these wide receivers are not as big as you think. Not every wide receiver is AJ Brown or Julio Jones. You know what I mean? Like most wide receivers are like around OBJ's height, right? Stephon Diggs. So they're not like this. This is the thing that people also got to take into, this is something you got to take into account.
Don't think that.
Feel differently about me?
Yeah.
You just don't know me well enough. That's what it is. Just a all right, who don't I want to date my sister? Weather.
Why Weatherly?
Because he's ugly.
Oh man. Oh, let me press cancel. Mint condition was about to play on the autoplay. But anyways. Actually, let that. Is it still there? Nah, it's not still there. By the way, Mint Condition got some great music, man. Yeah, this was about to play on the autoplay right here. Oh man. I love the live. Oh yeah, I love the live performances of the Mint Condition, by the way. But anyways.
Devin, what guy on the team would you least?
But anyways, let's move on. Let's go back to Twitter. Let's go right back into the Meg Thee Stallion situation. Let me maximize the screen. Yes, here we go. Let's see what else they got. So they're saying Twitter user reveals Klay Thompson was cheating on Meg Thee Stallion with basketball player Lexi Brown. They said ugly Klay Thompson was telling her that his relationship with Megan was just PR. Well, you know. I don't know if this is true or not, but I'm just letting you guys know. We're just putting this out there. This might be fake news, though. This might be fake news. What are we? Okay, so we got because this whole thing about cheating and all this stuff, I better not find out that Meg Thee Stallion cheated first, because they're always quick to put the dude on blast for cheating. Meanwhile, they cheated. They had all they like women will have a whole draft lottery, NBA draft lottery on their phone. And basically, as soon as the dude leaves, she already got a dude on deck. But then get mad at you for allegedly cheating. You know what I mean? Like I hate that. So let's look at somebody. This is funny right here.
It's 90% bullshit, but it's entertaining. That's why I read it, because it entertains me. It's 90.
Somebody said, "Man, I gotta get off Twitter." Facts, me too, Loki. I gotta get off Twitter. Twitter is so toxic. Uh-oh. Here we go. You want to? Oh, by the way, let me show y'all something real quick, C's. You want to know what them young people are doing in the back at these jobs when they working at Trader Joe's and Shake Shack, Burger Shack? You want to know what them teenagers are doing in the back? Watch this.
That's how you do it. Just like that, bro. That's what it look like when you see him. Get it, girl. Oh. The human you are. Oh. Okay, my girl.
Acting a plump fool. Now imagine if you're like the one guy working with all these broads, bro. This is the nonsense that they be doing. But anyways, that's more of that's more of a funny, story. Uh-oh. Let's hear DJ Academics. Oh, somebody said DJ Academics predicted Klay Thompson and Meg Thee Stallion's relationship would end once the NBA season was over, insinuating it was a PR stunt from the start. He says by the time postseason hits, this will be post relationship. That's a decent prediction.
Doing her good. She's running up that check, doing her thing, but I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. All right. By the time the postseason hits, this is gonna be post relationship. Okay, trust me. This shit really over already.
But that's usually how this stuff works. These entertainment type relationship. It's seasonal. A lot of it's mostly seasonal. Let me see what else we got here. Let's go right back to this. Let's exit out of this. Somebody said if everyone keeps cheating on you, perhaps somebody's posting Young Thug's picture because, Young Thug has infamous, I guess, rap lyric. Something must be wrong with the punani, right? That's oh Lord have mercy. Okay, I'll check this, and then let's check the shade room right afterwards. Let's see. Let's see how the women flip this on us and say that all men be cheating and stuff. So let's hit Instagram. Let's see how they flip this on to what all men are doing. Let me hit my search. Let's hit the shade room. Let's see what they got. Let's see what the toxic ass shade room got for us when it comes to this. No, that's not Meg. Here we go. Yeah, they already know this is gonna be a toxic ass comment section. This is gonna be a toxic ass comment section right here. Let's look at this. In a statement to TMZ TV, she said, I've made the decision to end my relationship with Klay. Trust, fidelity, and respect are non negotiable for me in a relationship. What? That's what she said at TMZ? Boy, I know she lied. What? Oh my Lord. They had all these non-negotiables she talking about. And all them other ninjas, street ninjas that she done let hit for a Wendy's 4 for $4, like DJ Academics would say. For a biggie back deal. Please. Non-negotiable. Okay, let me read this again. She says, I've made the decision to end my relationship with Klay. Trust, fidelity, and respect are non-negotiable for me in a relationship. And when those values are compromised, there's no real path forward. I'm taking this time to prioritize myself and move ahead with peace and clarity. Cap, she gonna try to, quote unquote, get her lick back with a very toxic individual. Somebody said at this point it's her. Exactly. Somebody, Anthony Brian Logan said, why would an NBA player be monogamous? But I don't. Look. Somebody said not one person in the comments thought that they would get married. Somebody said, I really wanted this to be our next Russell and Sierra. Oh, Lord. Good Lord. Somebody said, what happened to I'd rather cry in a Bentley? That is a great comment. Oh, man. Nah, it was a whole bunch of hoes. Where remember that it was like a video that went viral. Remember, it was these dudes going viral. They were asking women in the streets, hey, would you rather be like the main person in a relationship with a regular dude, or would you rather be a side dude to a NBA player? A side bitch. Sorry, whoa, pause. Side bitch to an NBA player. And all the women in the streets said they'd rather be a side bitch to an NBA player. But then they find out Klay Thompson, they find out NBA player cheats, and then they lose their mind. Oh, good Lord. But anyways. Okay, so this is I hate this right here. So here you have a it seems like a gay dude. Actually, let me not even read his comment because he's gay. So let me skip that comment. But I am glad. I am glad. I am glad that he shook off that dead weight, because Meg the Stallion, that's dead weight. And I'll say this, Jaden Daniels, if you're listening, I'm gonna keep because we gotta keep it a buck. Like, Meg the Stallion, that's she's easy work. That's easy work. Like Floyd Mayweather would say. that's hey, Meg the Stallion, that's easy work, right? Easy work. But Jaden Daniels, if you're listening, I don't know if I think it's official, right? Juju, somebody hit me up in the chat before I say what I'm about to say. Is it official that Jaden Daniels is with Juju Watkins? Like they're steady going out? Are they steady right now? I need a confirmation while I look this up, before I say my statement about that situation. You see, is Jaden Daniels dating Juju? Oh, so yeah, they've been spotted together a couple times, but it's not official. It's not official. So everything is basically private. But I'll say this, Jaden Daniels, bruh, don't take on any dead weight. Don't take on any dead weight. This economy is different nowadays. Now, this economy is unusual. Unusual. Okay, this economy is on some different type of stuff. You can't be taking on dead weight in this type of economy. Meg the Stallion, that's dead weight. Juju Watkins, no disrespect, dead weight. I don't care who get mad at that. Juju Watkins, dead weight. Now, I'll say this. Let me tell you like this though. When I see Bam Adebayo with AJ Wilson together, I don't mind that. I don't mind Bam Adebayo taking that on because we're looking at something because now we're looking at, okay, if they produce kids, how are those kids going to turn out? You know what I mean? Like this is something that could work long term in terms of when we're talking about kids being produced, right? So, and I hope AJ Wilson stop playing. You know what your job is. You know what you need to do. Okay, so that your job is you got to give him some sons now. No. Okay, it don't have to be sons, but I'm just saying, AJ, you know what your AJ Wilson, you know what your job is, right? So I'm not gonna say AJ Wilson is complete dead weight. I think right now as we speak, I think she's the best. If I'm not mistaken, I think she's the best player in the WNBA. As I could be wrong about that, but I don't follow the WNBA, so I wouldn't know. But she's currently, I think, like she's like didn't she win MVP last year and then won Finals MVP as well? So, I'm just going off of that information. AJ Wilson, she's what? She's 6'5". She's 6'4", 6'5". Adebayo is 6'8", 6'9". They're together. It's official. I don't know if they're married yet, but that should be coming very soon. They'll come together. Obviously, Bam Adebayo is the breadwinner. He's the guy with the more status. He has the more money and blah blah blah. But the excitement with them being together is the kids that could potentially come out of that situation. So we all know what's going on with that situation, right? Let me see. It's King Pick 6 said it's rare a woman over the height of 5'9" doesn't have masculine features such as hand size, feet size, shoulders, etc. Zendaya is the only one off the top of my head that doesn't have masculine features. Yeah, well, you're right. Yeah. I can't completely disagree with that. I can't completely disagree. But I don't know. I'd have seen some 5'10", 5'11", European, like, I'm not gonna say baddies, but some lookers, and they're like 6 feet tall, and I'm like, oh, okay, I see what we're doing. I see what we're doing here. You know what I mean? So yeah, Garrett Grant says AJ is easily in the top 5 in the WNBA right now. But yeah, exactly. And then on top of that, AJ, she's like what, 6'4", 6'5". So this is a long-term, pairing when we're talking about AJ Wilson and Bam Adebayo. So right now, she is a big asset to not only Bam, but potentially to America, because we don't have. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but America are not. We're not producing like centers anymore like we used to, because all these NBA ninjas is procreating with tortas and so-called baddies with BBLs. 5'2" baddies with BBLs. So we're not producing the centers like we used to. So this is what like this pairing is. This is what we talk about long-term investment, right? Long-term this like the product of that couple might be. We're not even just talking about sports. We could be talking about even something else when we're talking about the product of the pairing between AJ Wilson and Bam Adebayo, right? So what people don't understand, like Yao Ming is a product of that. So the reason why Yao Ming was produced was because they had the tallest male basketball player in China and then the tallest female basketball player in China. The Chinese government forced them to procreate, and that's how Yao Ming was produced. You know what I mean? So we okay, right now I'm sounding like one of these I sound like a goddamn OD what they call it, eugenicists. I hope I'm saying it right. Oh man, but anyways. But when it comes to, like I said, dead weight, this is not the time to be having some, like I said, you got it. Corey, like Corey Holcomb said in the 2020 NFL draft, when he was talking, when he was seeing all these dudes out here with the girls with him in the draft, he told them NFL athletes, shake that weight, shake that weight, shake that weight, shake that weight. But I'm seeing some of these athletes, they're starting to learn. So I saw a couple of these videos from from this year's NFL draft and in a couple of previous years now, where dudes are making sure that their girlfriend is off to the side. You know what I mean? And because really on draft day, it's supposed to be you, and it's supposed to be your mom at one side and then your dad at the other side. And if not, and if one of them is missing, it's supposed to be the two people that helped grow you, that reared you, that raised you, right? Those are the people that's supposed to be next to you, not some bitch you sleeping with. like let's just keep it bug. I was with him when he had nothing, bitch. Stop. You just do something useful, like wash his feet or something. Like once the camera goes on you, it needs to be like a picture. Like the video needs to be of you, serving him a plate of food or like washing his feet. Do something like useful for once in your life. But anyways, it should be the mom and then the dad when you're doing the NBA drafts or the NFL draft, MLB draft, et cetera, right? That's what's supposed to be. That's what's supposed to happen. But it was a good like 5 to 10 year period where you had dudes on there and the mom is basically to the side, and then he's sitting there next to his girlfriend or something, and the picture will focus a shot right on him and his girl, and where you have a situation with Will Levis, right? People are talking about his girl more than him at the nah, the bitch, you have to have the bitch hidden. Bitch need to be in a whole goddamn what you call it, a turban, what do you call that thing, that when you wrap where they can't see the face, that's what needs to happen. That's what you need. Anyway, I'm getting reckless. Let me stop. I'm getting reckless. A burqa. Yeah, thank you. You need to be wrapped with a whole burqa. Yeah, it was a good 10-year period. We had all these yeah, a hijab. Yes, exactly, a hijab. Something. You know what I mean? Like there was a whole 10-year period where you had these dudes up there in the NFL draft sitting there next to their girl, and then their girl is acting a fool. You had CD Lamb's girl grabbing his phone. What in the entire F? Bish, where is your training? Where who I'm not trying to steal TK Kirkland's shine, but who raised you? What's going on? We had like one fat white woman that was hogging the whole. Yeah, it was Isaiah Wilson, the guy that Tennessee drafted, and then he got released like 3 months later. You had this dude, his white girlfriend literally took up the whole TV. His mom had to drag her off of him. That was the 2020 NFL draft. I was like, what? I was like, oh, this is reprehensible. Oh man. I was like, this is reprehensible behavior right here. So show the clip. I'll show you that let me bring that whole ass nigga up. Isaiah, I think his name was Isaiah Wilson. Isaiah Wilson, draft girlfriend. Here we go. You see, watch this. Watch this, guys. As soon as I put that in the search bar, it doesn't show the search bar. Never mind. It doesn't show what search. Oh, okay. That's fine. It'll show the search bar. Okay. But here we go. Isaiah Wilson, draft girl. Y'all don't remember this? He gets drafted, and she's taking up the whole screen. This is crazy. So this was in 2020. I remember this. That 2020 draft was memorable for all the wrong reasons. Because nobody could be there in person because of the pandemic. You know. Let me see.
So the Titans get themselves a big tackle in Isaiah Wilson from Georgia. Came from Brooklyn Poly Prep Country Day. Needed
Like
time to adapt to the heat and conditions.
Like she had to drag her off of him. Because she's like, bitch, you taking up the whole screen. She's sitting there looking dead in the camera. Just so addicted to the attention. And I'm like, this draft ain't about you. Get off of him. But this is stuff. That's how I knew he wasn't gonna be shit. That's how I knew. I remember like when we drafted him, I'm like, yeah, we drafted the wrong nigga. Then I seen that video of him dancing. I'm like, oh, he's one of them dancing niggas. All right. Okay. Yeah. I'm like, we drafted the wrong guy. I was like, what the fuck is this guy? You know, but anyways, we gonna leave that alone.
Tackle in Isaiah Wilson from Georgia. Came from Brooklyn Poly Prep Country Day. Needed a little time to adapt.
Like the mom had to literally, and she's sitting there, she's arguing with the mom.
Georgia. Came from Brooklyn Poly Prep Country.
You can see her mouth moving. She's like, get off of me. I'm like, no.
Need a little time to adapt to the heat and conditioning in the South, playing at Georgia, and now he'll be playing for the
just ridiculous.
Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, when I saw this, I'm seeing, oh, here we go. Here come this big old N-word, literally dancing. I was like, good Lord. I'm like, yeah, we got the I'm like, we drafted the wrong dude. We drafted the wrong dude. I knew that wasn't gonna work out. Ruby Matthew, Ruby Mattox 8954 says y'all couldn't wait for this news. What do you mean y'all couldn't wait for this news? It was eventually gonna happen. We got to cover it. I'm assuming this is a woman. You guys couldn't wait to see Black Love dissolve. Good Lord. Garrett Grant says Snow Bunny hogging the camera. Yeah, she hogging the whole shit. Let me. She looking. I'm like, what is wrong with this hoe? Hold on. I'm like, this is a mental, some mental illness, bro. Hogging up the whole camera. Yo, as soon as we drafted this dude and I saw all this, I was like, we fucked up. I knew it. And then, like, literally 3 months in, he gets released. We draft. I forgot what we drafted him like top. He's a top 20 draft pick. What number was he again? He was because at the end, he was 29th overall pick, still in the first round, a first round draft pick. I'm like, we drafted him in the first round, and then he does this. I'm like, oh godly, awful, man, awful, 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 awful. But anyways, yeah, 95% of the camera. She took up the whole camera. Yeah, she had to get. Yeah, he said she even got dragged. Like she had to be dragged off the camera. I remember Corey Holcomb had a field day about the 2020 NFL draft, and then with the when CeeDee Lamb. I don't know, Adam. Did you see? Because I know you said show the clip. Did you see the when CeeDee Lamb had to grab his phone back? Let's see if we can bring that up. Because let me see this CeeDee Lamb draft girlfriend. Like for the first thing to pop up when we search up a player's name, and the first thing that pops up is draft girlfriend, there's something wrong there. Something's wrong. Look at this right here.
He can do that. He's a kid who's very explosive. He'll take that big hit, hold on to the football, knows how to find the open area in that defense. Obviously, come out of Oklahoma, they schemed to get him the football.
Shout out to CeeDee Lamb's mom. I remember she looked away. She's like, "Oh, she should not have done that."
He can do that. He's a kid who's very explosive. He'll take that.
I'm like, why are you grabbing his phone? What's wrong with
He can do that. He's a
like, why would you do that? I remember I saw that and I was like, CD, you already know what you need to do. You need to you got to throw that piece of trash back into the trash can. You know what I mean? Like we gotta be all the way above. Like a bit like Bishop should already know not to do that. But like it's just something like it's it's a how do I say it's a mental illness. It's a mental illness. Like she should know not to do that. Like that, like I remember seeing that and I'm like, what the fuck? Because I saw that live, mind you. I saw that live. I was like, the reason why I saw the 2020 NFL draft live because I knew, because since it was the pandemic, everybody had to do it from their house. I knew we were gonna see some interesting stuff. I knew it. I knew we were gonna see some interesting stuff. I'm talking about from the coaches and the coaches doing the drafting and the players getting drafted. You know, shout out to Adam, a dude with the $5 super chat. Said I really only watch this content. Watch this content from you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. That's first of all, that I consider that an honor. But anyways,
donations, 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 gifts, 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 more gifts, more gifts.
Here we go. He said, I really only watch content like this from you. Thank you, man. But by the way, somebody did like an update on CeeDee Lamb's ex, because I remember like after she was with CD, she ended up with Trae Young, and then Trae Young dumped her, and then now somebody did like a where is she now? Apparently, like some Mexican pastor wiped her up. I like you can't make this stuff up if you tried, bro. Like some Mexican pastor wiped her up. Let me see this. CD Lamb ex girlfriend. What's her name? Yes, right here. You can't make this stuff up if you tried. The church pipeline never fails, boy. The 304, the church pipeline never fails, man. Wait a minute. Wait, this was in 2018. So she was already doing. Wait, so she was. Wait, this is in 2018. So she was. Wait, so she. Oh, let me take this back. So she was already just being a. She's just a Christian 304, just in general. Oh, I thought like she converted after all of that. I would have been dying. I was about to start dying laughing. But apparently she was already baptized and just being what she is, a jump off. And but yeah, she still did the same thing. Got ran through in college, status chasing, and now she found her Mexican pastor simp. And now they're and now pregnant. So congratulations. She caught her one. Oh my goodness. But anyways. But I guess she's just naturally a hoe. It's just natural. Oh man, Crimson Rose, that's her name. Boy, if you a dude and you out here wifing up dudes, wifing up hoes, called Crimson Rose, you already, bruh. If somebody said, "Oh, my name is Crimson," a girl said, "My name is Crimson Rose," I'm just gonna automatically think that she's in the industry. You know what I mean? Automatically. Oh man. But anyways. That 2020 NFL draft, that had some interesting things happen in that draft. Some very, 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 very interesting things. Uh-oh. Apparently, Ellie De La Cruz from Cincinnati Reds, he crushed his 9th home run of the season. So, because the leader in home runs right now, I think, is 14. Or is it 10? Anyways, we'll definitely get back on it. By the way, did you guys? Because I haven't been keeping up so much with the draft. I watched the first round, but I didn't watch the second or third round. Oh yeah, so thank you, Gary. I was about to go into that. Oh man, he says, speaking of the draft, what are your thoughts on this recent draft that if you were watching? So I caught clips of this draft. This is the first draft I didn't really follow, but I saw certain things. I will say this. I feel so bad for my boy, the tight end from Oregon. I did not want him to land on the Jets, but he ended up being on the Jets. I was like, hey, maybe the Rams might take him. I don't know. The rich get richer, but the Rams ended up taking Ty Simpson. I'm like, why would you waste your first round pick on Ty? No disrespect, but I'm pretty sure I thought they could get Ty Simpson with a later pick. There's always that one QB that people take too high. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, for Mendoza was always going to go number one. That was not a debate. But Ty at 13, god damn. But at least with Ty, he's going to be in a perfect situation where he doesn't have to play for the next 2 to 3 years. He gets to learn behind Stafford. And he's literally going to be in a situation where he's learning under Sean McVay, probably the best offensive mind in in the NFL. So he's literally in the perfect situation. If he fails, that's on him. And he's not going to be required to do anything because Stafford is fresh off a MVP season, so he literally doesn't have to do anything. Let me take a look. Let me bring up Sadiq. That was his name. Kenyon. I think his name was Kenyon Sadiq from Oregon, the tight end, the 6'3" tight end. I was comparing him to a dude back in the day. There was a tight end that went to Oregon back in the day. He was really good. His name was Colt Ierla. He got drafted by the Packers in like 2012 or 2013. He tore his ACL in like the first like practice game, and then they released him, and then his life fell apart. Like right after that, he went to prison, and then he escaped from prison, and nobody's heard from him since. You know, but he kind of reminds me of that. But Kenyon Sadiq, he's interesting. He kind of reminds me of he really reminds me of Evan Ingram, to be quite honest with you. So I was interested in where he was going to end up, but unfortunately he's going to be on the Jets, so he's not going to be used properly. You know what I mean? So I felt really bad for him. But let me bring up the draft. ESPN.com's NFL draft. Let me bring up the draft real quick. Let me bring it up. Let me just bring up the people. Because the Giants did good. I thought the Giants did well. They got Reese from Ohio State, and they got their offensive tackle. So they had 2 picks in the top 10, and I thought they picked exactly who they were going to pick. Cowboys got Caleb Downs. I thought that was a steal. I thought that was a steal. I was happy though because the Titans. I thought I said if Carnell Tate. I hope I'm saying his name right. Is his name Carnell Tate from Ohio State? I was saying at the time, I was like, look, if he's available, we need to take him. And because then at the time, hold on, let me share this with you. Because at the time, people were tripping over his 40-yard dash time or whatever. Like I don't remember what his 40-yard dash time was, but people were tripping over that. Guys, the 40-yard dash, that don't mean nothing. I would just give it a, but that's just like the 40-yard dash or like the NFL combine in general. That's just something for like guys that were going to get drafted in the 3rd round. That's just for them to like increase their draft stock. So instead of getting picked in the 3rd round, somebody gets picked in the 2nd round, you know, and it so forth and so on. I don't care about the draft. I don't care about the NFL combine at all. You're literally out there in tights. You're out there in tights, running and doing drills. That's not what the game is going to be. You know what I mean? Like it's only a few players that like killed it at the NFL combine and then that actually translated to NFL play. Chris Johnson, I think he had the fastest 40-yard dash time ever, and he was a legend for us. I think he might sneak into the Hall of Fame. You never know. He might sneak into the Hall of Fame, but is he in the Hall of Fame? Let me see. CJ2K is Chris Johnson in the Hall of Fame? Is he in the Hall of Fame? No, he's not in the Hall of Fame. He said, however, I think they say, however, he's inducted. Yeah, I know. I know the Titans haven't, but like he's in our Hall of Fame, right? But yeah, AKA CJ2K. He's probably like the only NFL combine like standout that was an actual standout when he was on that field as well. The combine don't mean nothing, bro. So shout out to Carnell Tate. I think that was a steal. I didn't think he was going to be available past pick 5. I think where did we get him? Pick 5? What pick was he? If I'm not mistaken, let me see. Oh yeah, pick 4. Okay, I was about to say, yeah, because we had pick 4. I'm like, I thought the Jets or the Cardinals was gonna take him. The Cardinals ended up taking Jeremiah Love. There's some people that didn't like that pick. I like the pick, me personally. And maybe I'm biased because I've been following Jeremiah Love since he was coming out of high school. So, so I remember seeing clips of him from high school being a monster. So I have some vested interest in his success. So, but I think Jeremiah Love will be good for the Cardinals. He's going to be a lot better than people give him credit for. Carnell Tate, I think he's in an interesting situation. You know what I mean? But that's a whole. Wait, hold on. I'll say this: the Chiefs. Let me see, because I remember people had Delane, the DB from LSU. I remember people had him number 1. Like there was some people that had him number 1, like in the like before the season started, they had him number 1 coming in as a guy that might potentially get picked number 1. And also on LSU, this is like 3 years down the line. LSU recruited this 6'5" cornerback. he's gonna be a freshman, but basically he might end up being a number 1 overall pick himself. Let me see if I can bring up his name. Let me see. The LSU recruits 6'5" cornerback. They got this guy. Yeah, DJ Pickett, I think his name is. Yeah, DJ Pickett. He was a 5-star coming out of high school because I think he played receiver and DB, but LSU recruited him as a DB. So he's potentially, because of his size and his athleticism, and he's going to be playing DB. He could end up being, bro, like he could end up being a number 1 overall pick in the future. So hold on. They say class of 2025. Let me see. Let's use DJ Pickett. So is he graduating? Is he or was he already a freshman this year? Wait a minute. Oh, no, okay, so he's still. Oh, so he already was, that was already his first year. So okay, so let me see this. Yeah. So basically give it about 2 years. In about 2 years, basically 2 years, give it 2 years. No disrespect. Give it 2 years. He's gonna basically be he's definitely gonna be a top 5 pick. Because you're literally gonna be like, all right, this guy's 6'5", he has size on him, and he can move. So he's gonna end up being a top 5 pick. But anyways, let me look back at the let me see, Francis. Yeah, Caleb Downs. That was a steal because I thought he was going to be taken in the top 10, but I was wrong about that. Yeah, Ruben Bain Jr. That's going to be a good pick. Kenyon Sadiq. Yeah, that was the dude, the brother from Oregon. I feel bad for him because he's basically a wide receiver playing tight end. Like similar to Evan Ingram. But I just don't like, how do I say this? The Jets are not a good organization. There's not like when you at the Jets. But anyways, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not trying to get myself upset. Oh yeah, Mekhi Lemon. I couldn't. Yeah, when the Eagles drafted Mekhi Lemon, I was like, that means AJ Brown? He's definitely gone. Maybe not to the Patriots, but he's definitely gonna get traded. I'm like, damn, they drafted Mekhi Lemon after all of this. I guess AJ Brown really gone. Oh man. But yeah, those were the only like standouts, I guess, standouts for me. I think the Chiefs drafted well. Chiefs drafted well so far. Let me look at the second round. So I'm looking at the first round. Okay. The Saints got Jordan Tyson. I'm not the biggest believer in Jordan Tyson, no disrespect. He is a big body receiver, but I don't know. We'll see. Let's see if he can stand out, even though the Saints don't really have a quarterback. But let's see if he can stand out. I do like Reuben Bain. Jr. I do. The Ravens did select the big guard from Penn State. I think that's going to work out. I cannot pronounce his name, so I'm not even going to try it. Let's look at the second round. Let's look at the second round real quick. Let's see what happened in the second round. We got the Shaw Stribling. No. I'm not feeling that pick. See. Oh, Caden McDonald. That's not a bad pick. That's going to be a steal. Remember, I said, people might not remember, but I remember I was talking about, Travion Henderson when the Patriots drafted him. I'm like, that's a steal. You know what I mean? So I'll say, yeah, Caden McDonald, that's going to be a steal. I don't know why. I'll say this, though. I don't know why. Like, remember when Jalen Carter, I don't know if Garrett Grant is still in the chat. I can't believe Jalen Carter got drafted as low as he did. I'm like, look, if you got Georgia, just like this is like he's from Georgia. This is Georgia DT. I'm like, hey, what round Jalen Carter got drafted in 2 years ago? I'm blanking because he came in the 2024 draft, and I was like, why did he get drafted so low? That guy's a steal, an absolute steal. And in certain colleges that you got to look like, okay, I got like wide receiver from Ohio State, right? Or LSU, money in the bank. You can just lock that up. That guy's going to be elite, right? But I'm like, DT from Georgia? Come on, man. That I'm like, why nobody pick him up? Or I remember when Derrick Henry was still available, I think in the second round, because I think Derrick Henry was a second round pick. I could not believe our luck at the time. I was like, we need to get him. Yeah, there's certain people I be seeing dropping. I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, this guy stood out. Yeah, Caden McDonald for the Tex, that's gonna be a steal. Holy shit. Anyways, anyway, I'll leave that alone. Let me see if anybody that looks familiar to me. It'll be interesting because Casey Concepcion, that'll be an interesting wide receiver pick. They Browns drafted him in the first round. It's interesting. The Browns, I'm looking at who they drafted. It's clear they're not even thinking about drafting a QB. So that's a good thing. And I'm seeing that they're actually drafting weapons and protection. So it looks like they're going to give Shedeur Sanders an actual shot this year. So I do have some vested interest in that situation. Anybody from Indiana get drafted? That's my question. Why would... So out of all the people they drafted from the Jets, so out of all the people they could have drafted from Indiana, they drafted the 5'8" DB. Good Lord. Bruh. Okay, so let me see in the Jets. Okay, so all right, so he must be pretty quick. That DB must be pretty quick to be, if you're a 5'8 DB, I know most DBs are around 5'10, 5'9, 5'11 anyways, but if you're a 5'8 DB, like officially, and you putting in work, you must be pretty fast. So you know what? I'm gonna give him a shot. I'm gonna give him a shot. D'Angelo Pons. I'll keep my eye out for D'Angelo Pons. I was wondering, like, did they draft anybody from Indiana? The team that won the actual national championship in college. That's interesting. I'll keep my eye on Cassius Howell, but specifically, Caden McDonald. That's gonna be a steal. That's gonna be a steal. Long term, that's gonna be a steal. Holy shit! I did not know he was gonna be available in the second round. Let's see here, Charlie Bernard. Man, back in the day, remember like how back in the day you could like draft an Alabama wide receiver and it would be like money in the bank. Nowadays, now you can't even say that. Man, how the mighty have fallen. I'm looking okay. I don't mind these draft picks from Houston. Okay. I don't mind these draft picks right here. Michigan tight ends. I'll say this. Yeah, Michigan tight ends. They're money. They're basically money in the bank. And I remember like the Bears. They got Loveland last year. I liked that pick as well. Let me look at the first round one more time. Let me look at the first round one more time. Let me look at Texans. Let me see who they picked. I must have missed some. Oh, they just going off of potential. They're just picking. So Texans they're just going off with the rawest. They're just going off the rawest prospects. Just the rawest. Good Lord. They're just going off the rawest prospects. Okay. This is good. This is good. Let's see if I can see another steal. But yeah, I will say yes. So far, steal of the draft for me, Caden McDonald. But anyways, I'll leave that alone. TJ Parker from Clemson. Let's see here. By the way, if you guys get the chance, just look at some Caden McDonald highlights. Just look. if you get the chance. So Carson, okay. So the Cardinals drafted Carson Beck from Miami. You never know. So they drafted him third round. I don't mind that. I'll keep an eye out on the Cardinals. I'll keep an eye out for the Cardinals. Yeah, Carson Beck, he won't even have to he won't have to start. I think what's his name? JT Barrett, the black dude. I forgot his name. I think his name is Barrett, the check down artist. Yeah, he'll learn behind him for a little bit. Oh, Sam Roosh is going to be a steal. That's going to be a steal. Who got him? The Bears? Well, he's probably not good because they're already loaded at tight end though. The Bears are already loaded at tight end, so I don't know. I'll maybe I can't say it's a steal. Maybe I can't say, but I'll keep an eye out. The Bears are already loaded at tight end. The fuck. Oh man. But anyways, See, fourth round here. Malachi Fields. Okay, the Giants are getting okay. I don't mind this one. I don't mind that. I would have thought he would have gotten drafted a little bit sooner. But like I said, you guys already see the measurables: 6'4", 218. And what's his 40 time? What's his 40 time? Or did he not do the combine? Let me see. They said Field is a long, big body receiver. Though he's not a vertical threat, he has dynamic traits and backed it up with good testing numbers at the combine. He is efficient at getting in and out of the breaks, blah, 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 blah. So they don't show his time? I forgot what his combine time was. Malachi Fields combine time, 40 time. What was his 40 time? Oh, he had a 4.6. That's okay. So that's why he went in the fourth round. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. He had a 4.6 combine. That's why he went in the fourth round. He's gonna be a steal. He might be a steal. I'll keep my eye out on him because I remember him being just basically one of the bigger targets. He wasn't really like OD Moss and Ninjas, but he might be like a good, like Malachi Fields. He might really be like the T Higgins. You know how like Bengals technically the Bengals have 2 number 1 wide receivers, right? Because T Higgins he's really a number 1 wide receiver. It's just Jamar Chase is just ridiculously good. So they technically have a 1A 1B situation going on with the Bengals. So Malachi Fields, he has an opportunity to make this a 1A 1B situation. So because Malik Neighbors, he's coming back from injury. He's going to be the number 1 coming back, but he is going to be coming back from injury. Malachi Fields, he's going to get some targets. Let me look back at some of the Giants draft picks. Let me just look back to see who the Giants got. Let me see. DB here, DB, another DB. Let's look at the Giants in the first round. I know they got Arvell Reese and the OD and the OT from Miami. Yeah, so he was the first wide receiver drafted by Harbaugh. So yeah, hey, that might be a steal right there. That might be a steal. Because who's to say Malik Neighbors is going to get all the targets coming back from the injury? So I'm gonna keep my eye on that. Zachariah Branch. Nah. We'll see, because the Falcons are already loaded. I don't think he's gonna get the targets that he needs. He's pretty quick though. He's pretty quick. Let's see, Jacoby Lane. Oh yeah, Mekhi Lemon in the first round. He's he'll be fine because they're not gonna ask so much from him. He's gonna be able to be free, but I can already tell he's gonna be a problem. Like in terms of like his personality, he's probably gonna he's gonna get into some drama once he goes up to Philadelphia. I can already tell. Tanner Hurst, he might be a steal. What was his 40 time? Because the Buccaneers, they already got that brother from that came from Ohio State. I forgot what his name is. He showed out. So, oh man, they really the Buccaneers, they're really trying to make themselves stacked at wide receiver. So that's going to be interesting as well. Yeah, they're just going off of raw talent with this one. Yeah, he's just pure raw talent. He needs refining. Bears got Xavier Thomas. That I don't need to worry about that. Hold on. He'll be pro ready, but We'll see with him. We'll see with him. He'll be pro ready right here. Jalen Husky, Jacoby, Jake Strona, Eli Rondon. Let's see all the Patriots draft picks that everybody's gonna be. Everybody's over. Yeah, who the Patriots are drafting? Damn, he dropped. They were really tripping over Caleb Proctor's size. Okay, but anyways, we'll leave that alone. We'll leave that alone. I'll keep my eye on that. What we got? Cage Casey, Devin Moore. Yeah, I'll go over this though. I'll definitely go over this. He's about to hit 11 o'clock. I'll go over this. Trap. Let me see. Let me do another quick run through because I know they finished the draft today, I think. I like how the Texans are drafting. If only their QB could play decent. Like if he played because he had such an amazing season. I'm blanking on his name. He had such an amazing rookie season. I don't know what happened these past 2 years. I don't know what's going on with this boy. I have no idea. Got Nick Barrett, South Carolina, Texas Tech. No. Okay, so who the Titans who we drafted? Kimona. I'll keep an eye on that since it's my team. LSU. Okay, I just checked this guy's specifically off the school. Okay, I'm like, okay, LSU. Okay, Barry and Brown. I'm gonna check his highlights real quick. Okay, so now they're saying pre-draft analysis, Brown is a player with average size but impressive top speed. They're saying that he's a route runner specialist. Okay, and then where he got drafted to the Saints. He might end up being good. They have him 6th round. What's this, the 6th round? Yeah, any wide receiver coming out of LSU, you got to keep an eye out. Nah. Boy, Harold Perkins Jr. Huh. He might be a steal. But that's that's just a greedy ass pick right here. But anyways. I'm pretty sure his dad used to play. Wait, Harold Perkins. Let me search something. Harold Perkins Jr. Why did he drop so low? Didn't his daddy used to play? Oh. Yeah. Or I don't well, his dad used to play in LSU. Or let me see. Did his daddy's We'll leave that alone. But I remember seeing a couple of his stuff. Why did he drop so low? God damn. But anyways. Let me look at the 7th round, then I'm gonna catch up with your guys' chats real quick. I gotta really because back, I remember back, especially when I was in college, or even like 2 years ago, I used to be like so entranced. I used to be like really doing analysis and shit. Oh man. But anyways, anywho, I do like. I'll say the steal of the draft to me still Caden McDonald. I'm surprised he was that low. He's gonna be sick. He's gonna be sick. That's well people forget, you people forget you need to stop the run. like you see, like the Giants, like a lot of the players that they have good pass, like decent pass rushers, but the reason why they still struggles because their star players are not the best at stopping the run. If you can't stop the run, you're going to put yourself in some trouble, especially now you got teams, they're coming back to the run. And it's always been like that, but now people are finally they're remembering, like, look, we got to run the ball so we can set up the play action, right? Garrett Grant, so let me go right back to the chats and then I'll sign off. Garrett Grant said, Ty Simpson was the craziest pick for me too. He'll be great there. I just think they could have got a later pick to get him and prioritize a wide receiver tight end first. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought they was going to make themselves richer and get a luxury tight end pick, help Matt Stafford out a little bit more, you know what I mean? Even though he doesn't really need it because the Rams are already loaded, but I thought that's what they were going to do. Garrett Grant also says, in my opinion, I think the Jets did okay, but they need a top QB next year. Yeah, they just need to build up on talent, and then, they're still going to struggle. Hopefully they can keep Aaron Glenn, but let me see who the Jets got at OC. Who the Jets have at OC? Current Jets offensive coordinator. Oh, Frank Wright. Okay. Yeah, that's a good hire. That's a good hire at OC. That's a good hire. That's a good hire. So they just need to build with him and then pick their quarterback for next year. But the Jets, they're always a mess. Garrett Grant also says Makai shouldn't have been available for the Eagles, but will gladly take him as part of the new future of the offense. Yeah, people are going to complain about the Eagles being stacked again, but if you're just going to let talent drop like that, it is what it is. Garrett Grant said Jalen Carter was 9th overall. But didn't he drop? I thought he dropped a little bit more. Maybe. Oh, I'm mixing him up. I'm mixing him up with somebody else. But Jalen Carter, I still thought he should have. Hold on. Jalen Carter draft pick. What draft pick did he get? He was 9th overall. Who am I mixing him up with? I'm mixing him up with somebody. I still think that's too low. I still think that's too low. Jalen Carter was sick in college. He was sick. He says, yeah, one of the best steals in Eagles history to this day. Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. Let me see. He shouldn't have fallen to us, but there was noise about the car accident. I forgot about that car accident nonsense that he got into. Like, no disrespect to anybody else, but Jalen Carter's like top 3 was to me at the time was like top 3 talent. But I remember hearing about him dropping. It's almost like maybe I remember when Laramie Tunsil dropped for no reason because of the weed, the gas mask. I still remember that shit like it was yesterday. But anyways. Yeah, man. If you guys get the chance, search up Caden McDonald highlights, man. That boy is a monster. He's a monster. But I guess I don't know. Maybe he didn't do well in the combine. I don't know what happened there. He probably didn't do well in the combine. That's why he dropped. Like I said, the combine that don't mean nothing. Like people were tripping over Carnell Tate's combine. I'm like, dude, don't. I'm like, y'all see the tape? Y'all don't see the measurables, the tape, the route running. I'm like, he could jump, he could run. He has everything you're looking for. And coming from Ohio State, you can basically lock him in as basically being an elite guy. I mean, What's there not to love? You know what I mean? But shout out to the Titans for not being retards. Oh man, Kurt Titans. And I think we got don't we have Brian what's his name? The ex football coach from the Giants as our OC. So he's gonna help. He's definitely gonna help. And I think Robert Salah, he's gonna do decent this year with our team. I think Titans, we're a sleeper. We're a sleeper. We're definitely a sleeper. But I thought we were a sleeper last year. So I can't, maybe let me stop talking about that. Because I remember I did say that I was like, well, I thought Cameron Ward was going to do better because I'm like, we finally have a quarterback with a brain. I said this verbatim last year, but Cam didn't have he didn't really have help. So like a lot of the circus plays that he was making last year, it was just complete, just pulling, just literally making something out of nothing. Now he has Carnell Tate. I'm blanking on our other wide receiver's name. The former Alabama wide receiver, former Falcons wide receiver. Everybody should be coming back. So we'll be sleepers. We'll definitely be sleepers. Yeah, Calvin Ridley. I'm like, why am I blanking on his name? Yeah, Calvin Ridley. But okay, who did we add? Who did we add? Okay, they're saying we added Wan'Dale Robinson. Yeah, we need more. Oh yeah, and I expected more from Ayo Minor, but that was just me. I thought he was a steal last year. But hopefully, this year we can see his growth. No homo. This is definitely going to be an opportunity for him to show what he has learned from his rookie year. Because he has the measurables as well. I remember because I remember him coming from Stanford. I was like, look, this is a steal. I thought Ayo Minor was going to be a steal, but he didn't do as well as I thought. But anyways. He says, like the stream, I'm out. See you later. Yes, sir. I'm out too. He said, go Birds. So yeah, I gotta peace out as well. I will drop a video tomorrow about the situation with the man getting cheated when he's 3 out of 10 torta in the making, cheating on him with 22 different dudes. So I will drop a video on that. I will drop more updates. Tomorrow I'm gonna be on the road. Believe it or not, I'm gonna be on the road. I can't say what state, but I might say what state once I get there. But anyway, shout out to you guys. I do gotta pass. I'm not pass out. I gotta check out. I gotta do some stems before I go to sleep. For service tomorrow. I gotta finish some of that stuff up. But thank you guys for watching it. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will talk about this on another time. Do I have an outro video? Not really. I don't really have an outro video. So shout out to you guys, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please be safe. Have a good night.
When was this tripping game, partner?